A lot of anti-zoophiles think that raping an animal is morally wrong, and
52 seconds. It took 52 seconds. 52 seconds to figure out exactly why this person is being looked at by the internet. This is a new record.
You guys understand, right here. I'm being surrounded by two mares. I'm literally cuckolding Starlight. Even though she's my soulmate, I'm able to cuckold her a little. And she likes it! And she likes it because she knows that I'm her soulmate!
Is this his waifu pillow? Is this his equivalent to a waifu pillow?
I shouldn't have closed Audacity.
Go back, I want to hear that again.
But there is no hardcore pornography.
What is that? There's no what in your server? You almost said it.
There is no hardcore pornography in my server.
No. But what did you say before you almost said it? It starts with a P. It starts with a P. What did you say?
A lewd fictional.
No. You said a word with a P and an E. What did you say?
I said pedophilia, but
there you go. See, so then you recognize pedophilia is a real thing.
I'm recruiting these people.
You're recruiting people through your YouTube community.
Yes.
You're recruiting.
Yes.
So you're recruiting pedophiles to teach you about pedophiles.
No, I'm talking about people with formal training in psychology, which is a necessary complementary skill. And so I'm going to use my outreach. Which I have so many fans, by the way.
You have so many fans.
I do, and I'm sure at least one of them would have the degrees or whatever to be able to like fact check everything, or like if I have a misconception.
I literally have at least 10 doctors that watch me that are a part of my 100+ person server. Yeah, I'm sorry, I said it out loud, and I don't think that's gonna be enough, bro. I don't think that's enough.
He said, she said, this is in your server.
There's no physical evidence. This is banter.
So it's banter. So it's banter when you do it, but it's not when other people do it. It's literally, it's quite literally on the screen. I need you to think again. I need you to think of a better thing than this.
No, I don't have it. I can even get my mom. I can even get my mom to talk to you.
You gotta get your mom. You gotta get your mom.
You gotta get your mom on the line, bro. Really? You can get your mom on the line? She gotta win your internet battles for you?
I'm on the phone? Why are you gonna get your mom on the phone? Can you not answer for yourself? You're gonna get your mom?
Mom,
you're gonna get your mom on the line?
There are no minors. Please just tell me.
You're gonna get your mom on the line?
Yes.
Please don't get your mom on the line, dude. I'm being real, man. Listen, get your...
Mom.
See what's going on?
Mom, I just need to...
This has to be an Asian. First up, Dansburst debunks the immorality of zoophilia. He put immorality in quotes, so also they are a furry and a pony, so it cannot get any more worse. Let's begin.
role in the El Money drama. But after I looked more in— Welcome every pony! Dansburst Studios official here. This is going to be the first of 2 videos responding to Tibbles Yorkie, the canine. This video was a long time in the making. I started it like a month ago, at first as a response to her role in the El Money drama. But after I looked more into Tibbles, I saw a number of social media posts where she platforms herself as one of the activists in the latest wave of the dogmatic crusade against zoophilia. I've had issues with these activists for a while now, but I realized I'd never gathered all my thoughts on them in one place. That's going to be the goal of this video. I'm going to be arguing against 2 separate but related claims. First, that zoophilia is morally wrong, and next, that zoophilia should be illegal. Well, let's start with the first. A lot of anti-zoophiles think that raping an animal is morally wrong, and
52 seconds. It took 52 seconds. 52 seconds to figure out exactly why this person is being looked at by the internet. This is a new record. Even the resident furry that we keep occasionally making updates of. Even Brian Mullins the Fox. He took at least 3 videos to get to the point where he's like, yeah, parents, just have sex in front of your kids. Man went straight to the animals. Fuck little Billy, I'm trying to get at Frisky. And now this is going on double time. No, 1/2.
it makes you a bad person. And people have, of course, asked them, why is that any different than eating an animal? I'm not against people eating animals.
Doinking a pig is not the same thing as having veal and pork chops. Bro, you guys are such consequentialists. You equivocate anything to being anything. Fucking loser! You are a skinktard!
The anti-zoophiles will reply that we have to eat animals for nutrition, and even if we didn't, vegan stuff would be more expensive. But what if this weren't true? Here's my main claim. Even if all humans had readily available 100% nutritious bland tofu, it wouldn't be wrong or immoral for a human to hunt and kill an ostrich, either because they like the taste of its meat, or because they enjoy the thrill of the hunt.
And then, ergo, there's nothing wrong with me deciding to try out debauchelist levels of moralism on animals. It's only one step away from immediately doing this upon people. But you see, I choose the animals because the animals are defenseless. I'm in pain. I'm in pain.
It turns out that this is all we need to deduce that zoophilia is not immoral. First of all, what would it mean for zoophilia to be moral? Well, in raping the animal, zoophiles put frivolous human sexual pleasure above the animal's sexual autonomy and well-being. So, to establish morality, we just need to see if we can deduce statement Z. Now.
Statement Z. Frivolous human sexual pleasure is greater than animal sexual autonomy and psychological well-being. I mean, he's already cooked, but let's see how fast you can burn this shit.
Frivolous human taste and sexual pleasures are both extra, unnecessary pleasures, so they should be roughly as important in whatever moral consideration you happen upon. Some may say that the sexual pleasure would come from the rape of the animal, while the taste pleasure would happen only as a byproduct of killing the animal. This would, somehow, make satisfying sexual pleasure more cruel, because it is more direct. These people would say that because satisfying the sexual desire in this case is more cruel, it should be given less weight. I don't think emotional cruelty should factor into morality assessments at all, only the consequences of the actions. I'll explain this more when proving my main claim. Even if it did, I don't think doing something directly is any more cruel than doing it indirectly, since they have the same consequences.
So, consequentialist.
Besides, getting pleasure from the thrill of the hunt is taking direct pleasure in the death of the animal, and I don't think that's immoral either. This gives—
No, they don't take pleasure from the death of the animal. They take pleasure in the thrill of adrenalines and cortisones. The same physiological rush that comes from anything that you do that you know that could impart risk onto you or your social standing. That's what keeps a career criminal or a career killer going. So now, you're equivocating on a human level. The action being equivocated in the mind of the person like an animal. Because there's nothing about it that's like instinctual. This kind of thing is not instinctual to humans. It's actually the sign of a deficiency. Great logic. Great logic. Everybody say thank you, horror. Thank you for horrors beyond my imagination.
gives us lemma 1. From our main claim, we know it's fine to eat an ostrich to taste its meat or for the thrill of the hunt. This means it's not immoral to prioritize frivolous human taste or hunt pleasure over an animal's life, which gives us lemma 2. Killing an animal for its taste is a bigger harm to the animal than raping it for pleasure would be. Some say that non-mutilative rape would somehow traumatize an animal so much that it would be worse than killing them. We know this isn't true, because animals who are raped don't become suicidal. Sure, some dogs who are traumatized by owners might stop accepting food from other people, but this... We know this isn't true, because animals who are raped don't become suicidal. Sure, some dogs who are traumatized by owners might stop accepting food from other people, but this is because of fear and lack of trust in people. Some say that non-mutilative rape would somehow traumatize an animal so much that it would be worse than killing them. We know this isn't true, because animals who are raped don't become suicidal. Sure, some dogs who are traumatized by owners might stop accepting food from other people, but this is because of fear and lack of trust in people.
Furries were a mistake.
If you leave food in an empty room with them, they're gonna eat it, instead of starving themselves. All non-human species value reproduction first, then life, and then avoiding pain, in that order, and without exception. Barring self-sacrifice to save their young, there hasn't been a single documented case of pet animals or wild animals committing suicide, especially not due to something like depression. This gives us lemma theory. From here, it's just a simple use of the transitive property. The linking lemmas 1, 2, and 3 gives us claim Z.
Statement C. Flourish human sexual pleasure is more important than animal sexual autonomy and psychological well-being. From bullshit, 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 bullshit essay, bullshit, bullshit. And that's why we should allow them to do what they want to animals. There's no reason to ask Cora why she does this to us. She does it for the content and for the hilarity of the internal belly laugh that she gets. But I ask you, chat, why? Why? Again, it took Brian Mullen the Fox at least 3 of these before he got to trying to equivocate human action. This is their video trying to defend people from abusing creatures to whom we have domesticated into pets. How quickly is this person going to use the same equivocation upon minors?
But suppose you're not convinced that frivolous human pleasure of any kind should be placed above an animal's life. Which is to say, you don't agree with my main claim that we used to prove lemmas 1 and 2 in our zoophilia deduction. Phyllis was a vegan herself, before quitting it for both health and practicality reasons, so she would likely reject that too. Now, how could I prove that zoophilia is moral in a way that would convince a vegan?
Well, you see, my guy, the problem with this is that veganism deprives you of particular things that your body needs to have, because to be a vegan, you must replace those mineral intakes somehow, usually through supplementation. Equivocating veganism to a form of sexual depravity implies that people are being deprived of a moral stimulus and a physical stimulus that only the action can provide. To which I now have to extremely ask you, for the risk of everybody's eardrums and for the safety of my own voice, what in the blazing blue fuck happened in the wild blue yonder between ear left and ear right? What is going on inside that fucking head of yours that you thought that this was a sentence that you should commit to memory on a digital forensic archive that can be referenced in court? Were you paid? Were you paid to say it? Were you paid to make these arguments? Why did you think it was normal? What told you this was normal?
Say that, like the vegans, you don't believe you should inflict harm on animals for any frivolous human pleasure. One reason people may say that they wouldn't accept frivolous hunting is because killing an animal frivolously like that violates the animal's right to life, whatever that means.
The answer to that is, at what level does an animal in nature stop being food and become a pet? We already answered that question. When they're cute and we can domesticate them. If we don't need to kill them for livestock, which we're also livestock farmers, it's much easier to keep and herd and cattle a stalking herd than it is to hunt them in the wild. It is literally of the utmost concern of the human condition that we have the easy distinction between friend, foe, and food, because this is what runs our base urge and stimuli. Without all this shit in society, without the technology and the electricity that allows you to broadcast my voice electronically into your ear holes, we would be hunter-gatherers in society and nature. And, in nature, the distinction between friend, foe, and food is literally the extension of us using tools. We trained wolves into dogs to help us hunt, and because we are a marathon species, we hunted creatures that would tire themselves out running at Mach speed as we slowly trotted behind them and then stabbed them to death with sticks. We had to do this in the rain, sleet, and snow, so our skin became resistant in the regions and climates where it was necessary. Oh no, I saw Mr. Gamer. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You have to do all of these things to then get to the question of, do I kill the chicken, or do I take Miss Henny into my hen house and let her give birth to her daughters, who will then serve me daily the eggs that I will eat, so that Mr. Cock, the one male rooster that I have, can then give birth to sons and daughters that will then become the basis of my chicken farm. It is easy to understand when you think about it. Why do we farm things? Why is it that we make fun of people who talk shit about farmers? The farmers have to make the things that produce this. An entire industry provided on basic necessitation and need. Equivocating that there is a pleasure that is derived from taking life applies a deranged attitude on the normal human that wouldn't think twice about it if it's about food. If we're not starving and we have abundance, then we have the ability to start making food for the future by breeding the animals. Now, we don't live in a society like China or the Southeastern Asian countries, because we don't live in the second and third world. Because then everything is food. Oh, that chicken is food. Oh, that goose and duck that's in the pond, they're also food. If everything didn't have a specific right or protective status placed upon it, like in Britain's case, with the particular foxes and geese and hen and wild game that exists in the Queen's forests, then we would be hunting these things to extinction. That was indeed a joke, Mr. Gamer. So, working backwards, I don't even need to ascribe a pleasure. There's probably some deranged man that loves for nothing more than the thrill and the rush of exterminating life. But we don't live in slave times, so let's not equivocate everybody to being the same thing as a slave driver who's more than happy to be a whipcracker. Why would you even begin arguing with, you derive pleasure from killing things? Because the easy flip, that is the boing flip, is they derive pleasure from assaulting things. More than likely, they started mutilating inanimate objects before they moved on to animals. And all of these things are signs of early onset derangement that has not been clinically treated. This goes way past the form of just normal degenerate behavior by a person who does it on the internet to get attention. This is the kind of thing that we call the cops for. And you're just posting a video saying, I support the killers of animals and the assaulters of animals. Because you see, they're doing it for reasons that have nothing to do with the standards of the society we live in. The society that we live in would shudder in horror at your words.
Apparently, they think it's morally wrong to harm animals, even when that harm doesn't affect humans. I think that, in terms of measurable consequences, it doesn't make sense to call this a bad action.
It's a bad action not because it doesn't cause harm to humans, but because it causes harm to our nature. The world we live in will suffer if we do too much. Kill too many animals, the animal goes extinct. That's why we try to preserve multiple species. Both because we find inherent joy and beauty in witnessing them in nature. That's why there's people that are bird watchers. And profit. If only because, in the sense of farming, since you literally are trying to make the argument for why they should be able to farm content, because why are they attacking animals? other than for sexual pleasure, but to then produce content to then sell to other people who derive pleasure from seeing it happen. At that point, we move the comparison away from farming animals for produce, sustenance, and meat, and into the sheer network of social deranged content creators and influencers that parade as people, that create whisper networks designed to fuel their sick fucking kicks, which is the reason why Joshua Snake Thing went to jail for 300 months and will not be getting out anytime soon. And why we also want Carol the Wolf off the internet. Any furry who equivocates and tries to make an argument about this, honestly, because, and I have to defend the furries here, being suspiciously wealthy, paying people for commissions for your art that has to do with you being blown up like a balloon, and or having casual tourist sexual tourism sex with other suspiciously wealthy furries that have rented out an entire hotel for 3 days will never compare to being a part of a Telegram group that brags about how you're molesting your home animal pet that you've had since they were a puppy and have been abusing since they were a puppy. Full stop. Full stop.
You might ask, in our deductions of the morality or immorality of actions, which is really just assessing the goodness of the consequences, why is it that we should ignore any consequences, no matter how grave, caused to animals that don't affect humans? This is a thing that makes sense to do both spiritually and logically. Speaking in spiritual terms, God made a natural hierarchy of all living things: bacteria, plants, invertebrates, vertebrates, non-human mammals, humans, angels, and God. To place an animal's will before a human's will in any moral consideration is to debase God's vision of humans as the natural rulers of Earth.
The spiritual moralism of being a pedophile, and a zoophile, and a zoosadist. Real shit, boys. Real shit. Real shit.
The angel Lucifer tried to subvert this hierarchy by leading angels in a revolt against God, the natural ruler of the heavens. Lucifer wanted to impose his own will
He added fucking music.
above God's. He was sent to hell to be Satan. Literally, the origin of all sin in this universe comes from subversion to natural hierarchy.
And he didn't auto-shift his fucking audio so it's legible over the music! Ah!
But even if you're a materialist, you can't deny there is a clear hierarchy in terms of cognitive capacity. Bacteria, plants, non-human animals, and then humans. I hate to say this, but sorry furries, we don't live in Zootopia. Lesser animals are not a part of human society. They live their...
Zootopia was a very heavy-fisted movie that tried to explain the concept of in-group racism. And you're trying to use it to justify why zoo sadists should be able to rape their animals. And not be judged for it. On a spiritual, moral, conversational level. Bro's cooked.
their whole lives in the natural world, or in our simulations of it, like zoos. You can't put predator and prey on the same moral footing. And just by virtue of intelligence, humans can do things that animals can't, and experience richer lives than animals ever could.
One more time.
You can't put predator and prey on the same moral footing.
And one more time.
In society, they live their whole lives in the natural world, or in our simulations of it, like zoos. You can't put predator and prey on the same moral footing.
Nice that you agree to that. Can we agree that societists are a form of predator that hide like wolves in sheep's clothes amongst normal people in society, masquerading their desires as though they are normal people, when in fact they are that one creature from Vita Carnis that specifically waits for you to be alone and then parasitizes and attacks you with the intention of becoming more human as a result, so they can further isolate and parasitize onto another human being. I know what you are!
And just by virtue of intelligence, humans can do things that animals can't, and experience richer lives than animals ever could. Besides, what kind of stuff?
Well, that depends on what you call a life, but humans are living animals are living as well. As the human condition improves and allows for the normal average individual, at least in the first world, where keeping animals as pets with the intention of not eating them at a later date is prevalent, this means that the animals will have rich, happy lives, where most will die of old age, especially if they are not creating puppies for other generations to have.
Self-loathing society would be if we put the needs of other species of lesser sentience on equal level into our own, or even ahead of our own pleasures. Human rights don't exist in the natural world, just in human society. If you want proof, tell an ocean about your right to live as it's drowning you.
It's because that's nature, you idiot. You're right there. You're right there. You're right there. You're just right there.
We make for ourselves human rights because it helps our society run more smoothly and more stably. This makes the human experience all around better. But if you take the basic rights that we afford to humans for smoother societal functioning, like the right to life and the right to sexual consent, and you mindlessly copy-paste those on the animals, you lose the reasons why we made up those rights in the first place, to make a better experience for humans and human society. And this is why I believe that any reasonable definition...
That's a very lazy way to describe the social contract. We didn't necessarily just make the human, or rather all of us agree, to the formulation of the human contract and the social contract, created from the human contract, as put forth by Thoreau. Or was it Rousseau? One of the O's. So that we could improve the human condition somewhat. We did it because without it, society would collapse into barbarism, and more than likely, if everybody who was the strongest were to have it, cannibalism. Lord have mercy.
is morally wrong, can only take into account negative consequences caused to other humans. So that settles the morality of zoophilia. It's moral. But now for the next one. Should zoophilia be illegal? Some people think that violently hunting or having sex with an animal would reinforce violent or sexual psychological habits or carry over to more violent or sexual actions and thoughts about real humans.
Well, you see, here's the problem as you bring up the Jack Thompson argument. I am not going to become a spree shooter by playing a competitive video game. No matter the molding or the slurs that come out of my mouth, I'm not going to become a spree shooter, no matter how many times I play the violent video game. No more than playing Balatro and attempting to beat this last challenge out of the 2020 that is in front of me will make me into a consummate gambler with Pavlovian responses to gambling addictions or gambling mechanics. However, those that are already engaging in the action of zoophilia are going to continue to try and stick their wiener or stick objects up the poochie until they are physically stopped, because it is something inside of them that is broken.
These people think that outlying or creating social taboos against these actions would reduce harm, because it would reduce the supposed carryover effects from the proxies to other actual humans. We reinforce violent and sexual psychological habits indirectly, all the time, when we watch digital content, like violent video games and internet pornography.
Unironically making Jack Thompson argument.
Violence has never been more easily accessible at any point in human history than today on the internet. But despite this, if you trust modern studies, you should note that they say that violent video games, movies, and similar don't make people more likely to commit violent crimes.
But assaulting an animal frequently and then trying to desensitize everybody from it and make it normal will. Because you're encouraging the behavior, and you're implying there's nothing wrong with doing it. When in many cases, you're going to end up either 1, getting rabies, or 2, getting a cross-species disease.
It's similar for internet pornography. It doesn't make people more likely to be rapists. Acting violently through digital proxies doesn't bleed over into the human world. Neither does acting
And say it again.
pornography. It doesn't make people more likely to be rapists. Acting violently through digital proxies doesn't bleed over into the human world. Neither does acting violently through animal proxies.
And one more time.
More likely to be rapists. Acting violently through digital proxies doesn't bleed over into the human world. Neither does acting violently through animal proxies.
And one more time.
Likely to be rapists. Acting violently through digital proxies doesn't bleed over into the human world. Neither does acting violently through animal proxies.
Jail. Immediately. Immediately jail. Jail. Go to jail. Jail. Immediately jail. Police! Jail. Police! Jail.
Another more immediate issue with outlawing or tabooing violence against proxies is that it actually creates more harm by criminalizing and shaming people who would have never committed violence or sexual assault against other humans in the first place.
Your Honor, I didn't rape little Susie Q. I just fucked her little fluffy dog Puffy. Is it my fault that it gets me rock hard when I do the Pit Sue with the Shih Tzu? If they don't bark the bit, you must quit! You did this to me, whore. You did this to me. It was horror in the chat, my cringe. And we're not even done yet. We're not even halfway through the fucking video yet.
The proxy carryover argument is one of the main justifications that people and lawmakers have used for government censorship and bans on violent video games and lolicon. Take a look at this
And what?
Is one of the main justifications that people and lawmakers have used for government censorship and bans on violent video games and lolicon.
The Jack Thompson argument and the Crunchyroll Guy Pooper argument. It's like a triune of the worst fucking takes you could ever have on the internet. Holy fuck.
Take a look at this Kotaku article. An American faces prison just for bringing manga to Canada on his laptop. You guys can all read, right? Cool. I'm just gonna leave this up here for you.
SpongeBob has been engaged. This person does not, he's not rage baiting. This is 100% serious. Why do you rate yourself? The better question is, why is she released to me? Why did she release with me? And we all know what she did. So she could be entertained.
Anyway, it's not just Canada. They're doing this in Japan too.
And besmirching Sonic Adventure 2.
With Timmel's Heart's tweets saying that zoophilia should be shot on site, I mean, she clearly believes that it's a necessary implication.
Well, you see, if somebody is going to be attacked like this, it's the same thing it would do to a person who would do it to a human. So it's easy to understand. Is it justified? Well, that's not what we're here for. We're not here to justify whether or not the statement's correct. It's to ask what the hell's wrong with you.
Which is to say, according to her, if you practice zoophilia, then you must be, without fail or exception, a bad person. That's why she wants to shoot them on sight, without even bothering to check if the human person on the other side of the screen is cruel towards other humans, or kind to them.
If you're cruel to animals, it's likely that you're going to be cruel to humans. Because you don't value animal autonomy, who you more than likely don't value human autonomy. Because if they're weaker than you, following the rule of might makes right, you'll think, well, they're not really a person anyways. It was way too easy to be able to overpower them and then mount them.
Conditioning on being a zoophile, is it probabilistically more likely for you to be a bad person, in the consequence-based sense I mentioned before? Probably slightly, though I would say not nearly as much as people think. It's like violent video games.
Not nearly as much as people think. It's not nearly as prevalent as you think, guys. The pony on the screen said so.
They don't cause you to be more violent than others, but violent people are more likely to be attracted to them. Just like Tibbles, these lawmakers are literally collapsing the difference between liking the idea of something in fiction and liking it or wanting to do it in real life. That's why they've arrested this guy, because they think he'll be more probabilistically likely to commit a crime with real children in the future. This is despite this person not having any criminal record. Which, arresting people for crimes that haven't happened yet? Shooting zoophiles on site who haven't harmed other humans at all? What is this, Minority Report?
Minority Report is when I rape animals. What? What? I thought this was America. I thought this was America. We're not allowed to fuck animals in America. Nick!
It's like social media's most fanatic anti-shippers are placed in charge of the laws of all these countries. In short,
Anti-shippers! Anti-shippers!
when you make judgments off of people based off of probabilistic assumptions that stem from the groups they're a part of, instead of from their actions as individuals, you'll inevitably write off good people unfairly. I don't think there's anything.
I don't think if I learned that something about a person where this person is willing to victimize other people, let alone other animals, that I'm going to be able to get along with that person. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's a hard lock-in. That's something I'm going to have a hard time fucking doing. I dropped my camera because I knocked on the table too hard. You just go ahead and mock me in as a member that is against the Moloch Party. I am against the Moloch Party. What are we talking about? Give it 5 minutes of listening, Ebony. You're gonna find out. It's funnier that way.
Consuming content that glorifies or simulates murder or rape. These things don't cause harm in the real world, and I don't think that they should be outlawed. Moreover, I think any digital or an animal coping mechanism that lets people satisfy their baser drives on non-human proxies actually reduces we're humans. I mean, let's be frank here. Which side would you rather have a hypersexual individual?
Bro, come on. This is why we have an editor. Do the take again.
On non-human proxies actually reduces we're humans. I mean, let's be frank here. Which side would you rather have a hypersexual individual with low self-control focusing on, left or right? So then, why?
You decide, chat. What would you rather them have? Them take a hard BBC out on little Susie Q here? Or putting it up the backside of Pepe Le Pew?
Frank here. Which side would you rather have a hypersexual individual with low self-control focus?
That was my foot that time. It's becoming more askewed to the upward right. I am distraught by the bullshit that is currently playing in my ear holes.
Focusing on, left or right? So then, why is media that glorifies illegal sexual acts outlawed societally taboo, while media that glorifies murder is perfectly legal? Why is it societally taboo to frivolously rape an animal, but not to frivolously kill it? Simple. Because just like anti-zoo activists, these online social activists and lawmakers are acting based on their intuitive emotional feelings of disgust. You'd expect a leftist like Tibbles to already know that this is not a good thing to base policy or activism on. After all, it was done to them by lawmakers and war on drugs who, in addition to their political agenda, felt morally disgusted by druggies and hippies. People got years in prison for a gram of weed. It was also done to leftists by lawmakers who would criminalize homosexuality, for one reason.
Yeah, it appears that the bot really does not like all capitals. Let me see if I can fix it on the back end.
They used, in addition to their ideology, usually conservative Christian, was the intuitive feeling of disgust that they and others had. This very day, lawmakers in Uganda and other backers third world countries explicitly rely on intuitive disgust to shape their laws and cultural values.
This is what they do. Number one, you can see a man here having sucked the other person's rectum, and the other person is poo-pooing, and this one is eating the poo-poo all over the place. Huh? Tell
Try using capitals now and see if it's still a problem.
me, when you have a law against homosexuality, do you say except eating poo-poo? Hey, I mean, look at this guy sincerely. Bishop. Stagafulaiza. Huh? Hajat. We do not want this sickness. This is sick, and it's therefore deviant. We do not want it.
It's funny how leftists forget this principle when they're the powerful group, relative to an even smaller minority.
True. However, please keep in mind that you're running defense for zoophiles, sir. What determines it is acceptable to view someone with disgust? I don't really care what provokes your instinctive disgust response. It's what you choose to do with that and how seriously you take it and what it affects your Bayesian beliefs, which shows what kind of person you are.
Zoophiles. Of course, leftists have some standard ideological reasons to rationalize their intuitive disgust. Leftists might say that the groups that they support are protected classes, discriminated against based on the basis of unchangeable parts of their identity, and that zoophilia is a paraphilia, which is not based on identity. But what about HRT femboys, who self-admittedly either have a paraphilia or to make a personal choice to inject themselves with that stuff? This isn't based on an innate sense of identity. They just want to do a taboo behavior that doesn't cause broader societal harm. Though I'm not one of them.
Well, it causes societal harm, but we're not here to talk about the Bayesian or the Keynesian effects of your actions upon the first and second order magnitudes of your life. A femboy is a femboy because they want to wear a skirt and they want to get their shit spread wide open and gaped, whether or not they do or do not and are not a subscriber of the philosophy of getting paused for fun. Which, to tie back to the last thing you fucking said, is the same thing that you claimed about there's no problem with them doing it on an animal. What, you want them to do it on a human? It's the same kind of response they get for the thrill of the hunt. Pausing, being positive, and spreading the bug, being a bug chaser, that is a form of what it is you're describing. And, bro, did you just try to compare a femboy getting FTM injections to a person willingly and knowingly giving a sexually transmitted disease to other people, and then equivocate that action to being the same thing as when a person goes on a fucking safari hunt? What's wrong with you? Where's your parents? Your mama know you typing like this?
A big chunk of people would feel intuitive disgust at using cross-sex hormones for non-essential sexual or social benefits. The leftists support that group, call them valid. So why don't they support zoophiles, who also want to do a taboo behavior that doesn't cause broader harm to humans? Some of them may say that it's about consent, that the first group consents to do that themselves, but the zoophiles bring in another party which doesn't consent to sex. Leftists use this argument to say there's a right violation in the second group's action, but not in the first. This argument falls flat immediately, since an animal can't consent to being eaten any more than it could consent to being raped. As you already mentioned though, there's no reason to give animals human rights, so that objection wouldn't make sense. More generally, leftists like to think of rightists as the group that's uniquely motivated by intuitive disgust. When they do this, they ignore their own blind spots, where their intuitive disgust affects their political beliefs. A lot of headlines and articles in news media promote this way of thinking, which is based on some poorly designed studies. But leftists themselves are just as prone to thinking in terms of disgust, just in different ways and at different things. I'll let you guys read from this article by Psyche Ideas.
Okay, we'll have to put the stream on double time. Can someone please tell me that that is an E and not just another C? This is fucking with my dyslexia. No, that's an E. Never mind. To assess concerns about purity, researchers have tended to ask about the immorality of behavior such as sexual promiscuity or masturbation. Of course, conservatives, at least in the US, where much of this research takes place, are more likely than liberals to rate these things as impure and immoral. But there are other sorts of impurity that liberals might be more likely to condemn. If we discover these acts, it would suggest that purity is not a special conservative thing, but only seems that way because researchers have used a small and biased set of acts. $1.5 max for the stream. I see. However, she's confirmed the go button. It's going on double. Fucking Christ, the audio diary is even worse at double time. What might people on the left consider sacred and want to keep pure? One possible answer is nature. Consider the story of the Italian mountaineer Cesare Mastri, who in 1970 achieved a climbing feat that many thought impossible, summiting the Cerro Torre mountain in the Patagonia. The details of his methods emerged, however. The climbing community was outraged. His seen using a gas-powered air compressor to drill hundreds of permanent bolts into the mountain face, drilling into the walk, causing no harm, but the climbers saying that it desecrates the mountain. In 2015, psychologists, including Halt, asked a sample of liberal climbers to share their opinion on bolts in the mountain, the climbers frequently objecting to it on peer-related terms, that the act is disgusting or that the mountain would be desecrated. Well, you see, Dansburst, they are talking about the same thing that would come with any person who hears about an effort-based activity involving somebody choosing to do something that they consider to be a crutch. A person being able to climb an Italian mountain as a mountaineer would be expected to do so with various levels of calipers and assisted climbing tools that don't desecrate the natural rock face, versus drilling what equivocally becomes new handholds so that anybody with a pulley system can do it. All of these things come with the caveat of they want you to do it right. Because of course, when you're thousands of feet up in an incline on a 45 feet wall face and your bolt detaches and latches, that truly is when all the air in your body is going to swiftly suck up into your ass. And then you'll really find out if you're alive or not. Which, by the way, is the exact same emotional thrill-seeking that you claimed was the same as a zoophile. They see that action as perverse because, much like us, they want you to get good at climbing. Dumb. Really dumb. While conservatives seem to care more about apparent violations of purity in the domains of sex and religion, many liberals appear to care deeply about purity in regards to matters such as respecting sites of cultural significance and preserving spiritual integrity. No, the fuck they don't, because liberals do not. Certainly not leftists. And for the purposes of the political discussions, they are one and the same, because they vote the same. With regards to matters such as respecting sites, blah 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 blah, liberals are likely to use purity-related language, desecrate, dirty, or toxic, when condemning acts that impact the environment, such as building oil pipelines, when describing the feeling of having racist thoughts.
The root cause of intuitive disgust in both leftists and rightists is the idea that there's going to be some indirect harm caused by the disgusting behavior. The leftists who are disgusted by
It's not indirect. It's direct. You say indirect because it's not an immediate consequence. You lock yourself in a gas chamber to suffer the fate of asphyxiation and or death by carbon monoxide. It's not an immediate effect, but it's an effect. And it will be the cause of death.
by having racist thoughts in their head, and the rightists who are disgusted just by masturbation or promiscuity. Both of these have an intuitive feeling.
And here we have more casual slander to Gygaxes.
Those behaviors will cause some harm indirectly, either to oneself or to others. For zoophilia, this intuitive disgust is probably an evolutionary instinct. Back then, we didn't have the sanitization practices to stop STDs from same-species sex, let alone cross-species sex. We've also ruled out the possibility of indirect harm to other humans when we debunked the proxy carryover argument. So if we make legal or moral judgments about zoophiles based off of an intuitive disgust that's rooted in the risk of a harm that's no longer present, or that doesn't apply, we're letting our animal instincts shape our beliefs and our decisions for us. A zoophile is honest about his carnal desire to break an animal, but the dog
One more time.
doesn't apply. We're letting our animal instincts shape our beliefs and our decisions for us. A zoophile is honest about his carnal desire to break an animal.
The zoophile was honest about the fact that he wanted to touch Fido. Can you trust him any less than you can trust a black man and leave him alone with your white daughter? While he's wearing a Thugbuster t-shirt?
But the dogmatic anti-zoophile activists mask their carnal disgust with flimsy ideological justifications without care for the full-con and pub porn consumers who get shamed and criminalized and hated. That smug, self-assured dishonesty is more vested than zoophilia is. You need to say that the fact that some people are turning to zoophilia is signs some other problem, and you'd be right. Take drugs for example. When it comes to drug activism, leftists don't say drug use are invalid, or that drug use should be shot on sight. The fact that some people use drugs as an outlet to point that it harms themselves is a sign of either an individual personal issue or a broader social issue.
And now we will use drugs as a justification to say, listen, the pedophile's not that bad. The zoophile's not that bad.
The leftists believe the social issue is something like low wages, a housing crisis, punitive justice, or the collapse of the third space. Basically, any of the main themes in the overstretched, bloated brain that passes for social analysis and breadth video essays. With drug activism, leftists realize that it isn't useful at all to direct their political activism against people using the outlet, or their social activism towards making the outlet taboo. Instead, they focus on the root cause. Similarly, the root cause for people turning to zoophilia as an outlet is either inborn feelings of sadism, in the case of a subminority of zoo status, or, much more commonly, unlimited internet pornography giving people new fetishes. Tibbles wants to have it both ways. On one paw, she wants free use and spread of internet pornography, while on the other paw, she wants to magically make it so that no ever develops any sexual fetishes which are conventionally immoral. This second bit of activism is supposed to happen for creating social taboos, like the never-ending moralistic crusade which is against, among other things,
If it wasn't for the fact that I can understand it, and I can read and understand fucking chipmunk speak, it'd be just words, 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 and pictures. However, let's play that line again. Start from get her paws on.
On one paw, she wants free use and spread of internet pornography, while on the other paw, she wants to magically make it so that no ever develops any sexual fetishes which are conventionally immoral.
On one hand, unlimited porn. On the other hand, no development of fetishes.
This second bit of activism is supposed to happen for creating social taboos, like the never-ending moralistic crusade which is against, among other things, alimony's art, Wally and Zoo, and pro-ship, which is problematic shipping, fiction and art. The only effective virtue signal against the free-range products of a bigger trend is just to raise your own ego and sense of self-righteousness. I think the fact that some minority will develop problematic sexual fetishes is inevitable in the regulated internet, though I think the sacrifice is minor enough to be very much worth it. Instead of just writing off every single member of this minority group as problematic or a bad person, I think we have to judge them as individuals. How do they act in real life with other humans outside of digital fiction? That'll tell you much more about a person's character.
Yes, truly. The porn that a person masturbates to is going to tell me a lot about their fucking body. I can pin this message now. It's going to tell me a lot more about the kind of bullshit that comes alongside that. Lord have fucking mercy. Oh, my aching head. You alright? Carl, stop using people's names. You alright, Knight? You can't vote your way out of this kind of social decay. There's only one solution to this. And it's not democratic. Depending on how large the mob is.
Back to Tibbles. What other reasons might furries like herself have for social signaling against zoophiles? Aside from ideological reasons, there are also some pragmatic reasons. There are some furry haters, which I don't support by the way, much love to the furry and FNAF community, who would say that all furries are zoophiles. So one effective social signaling that you're against zoophiles might be to try to get furry haters to not hate on you. I don't think this is a useful thing to do. Being a Bernie myself, I've met Bernie haters who believe things like Bernies are either pedophiles, effeminate men, man-children, zoophiles, or it's some combination of those. I don't fall into any of these categories, though I don't think—
Oh, you're definitely an effeminate man, sir. You're definitely an effeminate man.
the people who do are bad people. My editor, 70 Isle, is a man-child, and he's my very good friend, when he's not eating hamburgers instead of editing. Besides, why should I care if some hater thinks I'm something I'm not? There was a military Bernie, by the name of Jake the Army Guy, who was very against man-children and his own morality. He worked hard to get fit and to succeed in life, so we took it very personally when Bernie haters called him a man-child. But his response wasn't to put something on his bio, like, not a man-child, they're losers and invalid. No. Why should he social signal? He's against man-children. All that does is throw man-children under the bus, without actually changing the stereotypes of the Bernie haters. They're still gonna think of him as a loser anyway, so why does it matter what they think? Those people just love to hate. So, instead of hating on zoophiles and creating even more negativity, why not try to make friends, or get to know at least one zoophile?
Get to know a rapist. If you get to know a rapist, you'll realize that rapists aren't so bad. Get to know a spree killer / mass murderer. If you get to know the mass murderer, you'll realize that they're not so bad. Get to know a career criminal. You'll realize after getting to know a career criminal, you'll realize career criminals aren't so bad. You would invite the devil into your house, and then act surprised when he starts to make a kingdom on your broken corpse.
It might be hard, since they might believe different things than you do, especially about subjects you find touchy, but a lot of zoos make really cool art, writing, and games. In fact, some of my
Help! 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 They're killing all of my puppies! But goddamn, I made this ARPG is so good! Where's that meme? God damn you, Google. You don't have what I'm looking for. Does somebody have that meme? British Knight, you'd have this meme on hand. Do you have that meme on hand where it's a woman being held down by 3 black men that are about to have their way with them, her, and she's begging for help, and the white guy in the back is sitting there with a chef of something called Goblin's Pasta saying, "But their food is so yummy!" That's what he just said. That's what he just said. It's taking me too long to be able to find it, but that's what he just fucking said. Real shit.
Favorite non-erotic fanfictions and FAM fiction are written by zoophiles. When you write these people off, you limit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I left out the best part because I clip chipped.
Hating in games. In fact, some of my favorite non-erotic fanfictions and FAM fiction are written by zoophiles.
My favorite smut is written by people who take inspiration for their creative writing from the actions they're doing to animals. Bro, I can't be against them. Integration was a mistake. Integration was a mistake. Integration was a mistake. Assimilation was a mistake. This is like a meme. This is like a meme. I'm like that neighbor from Home Improvement. The more you see of... Well, actually, the less you see of my eyes. The less you see of my eyes, the more salacious this makes it. Oh.
When you write these people off, you limit yourself to a part of the human experience, keeping yourself blind to learning about the inner lives of other humans just because of ideological disagreements. If you're a very political person like Tibbles, this will be hard advice to take. But trust me, the friends you make along the process of whipping.
Deciding whether or not I should let a murderer in my house, knowing that they murder people and have no qualms murdering the people that are sheltering them, is not a political statement. If you make it political by involving politics into the body politic of my personal survival as an individual, I will wholesomely reject it. Because this is an uncommunicable part of society. British Knight is correct.
Holding snap moral judgments against others will make it very much worth it. After all, friendship is magic. That's all for this video. Put a lot of time and effort into researching and script writing this.
Zoophilia is magic. My little victim. Oh, my little victim. Kiwi Farms is lying about me. Pinned tweet. Music comes up too loud. Here's an edited version when it's lowered. Here's my Kiwi Farms thread, which you are all welcome to go debunk yourselves. Hey guys, I'm trying to debunk this thing that exists on this platform. Please go to this platform where I'm being bullied for my dumbass opinions and debunk these dumbass opinions that I don't like, that are true, of things that I've done, that are being documented. You don't even need the farms for this, bro. Bro, you don't even need the farms for this. Fucking Christ almighty. Alright, video 2.
Hi, Pony. Dansburst Studios here, and today
And still haven't fucking equalized your goddamn sound yet.
we're going to be reacting and debunking, which, yes, this is a Dansburst debunks video of my Kiwi Farms thread, Dansburst Studios official. And let me just say, first of all, how pathetic it is that they've spent 14 entire pages chronicling.
There's 14 pages! Boy, I didn't know the Dark Viper review was a pony. 14 pages! It's 14 pages! 14 pages! That reminds me. One second. That reminds me. Small update. Dark Viper AU is finally getting started on that plan, guys. Finally, they're getting started on that plan that they said they're gonna do. Let me show you what it looked like. In Dark Viper AU land, update on the Willie Mac Show response. Part 2, raw recording, 12 hours, polished 3 hours. Part 3, raw 7 hours, polished 1.5 hours. Part 4, raw 4 hours, polished unknown. Part 5, I'll probably be going over the 90 or so public statements that the creators have made on React content that indirectly contradicts Willie's video. I may leave it at that, or I might make a follow-up video called The Nature of Slop, where I explain how Willie's videos are formatted to never present evidence for any claims unmade. Usually formatted by presenting a false assertion, and then a clip that does nothing but prove that assertion. This was not just for videos that he don't mean, but all his videos. As I progressed in my analysis, I became more convinced that Willie does not even understand what an argument is. I further think that in a video titled, I hate Hassan Piker, but Willie Mac Show lies about him constantly, would do well. A public service, you could say. It pained me to know that one of Hassan's biggest critics is actually a liar and a grifter as he claims. It gives credibility to what he and his viewers claim about, quote, everybody. Oh my fucking god. This man makes Dark Viper AU look normal. And that's a crazy ass sentence stat to say to begin with. Because Dark Viper AU do nothing but fucking maul and fucking seethe and cope about other people when he doesn't have the passion to just get up on his goddamn ass, sit in his chair, call into a live stream, and debate them about it. And here, Baby Bitchface is just acrimonious about his pony status being talked about on Kiwi Farms. Maybe don't defend zoosadism, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It's a goddamn mystery. I'm gonna get the Hardy Boys and Nancy Joe on this shit. Maybe even get the Rivendell gang. We'll make a season about it.
Me, just a small part-time YouTuber who hasn't even gone full-time yet. Just because
I'm just a small-time YouTuber. I haven't even gone full-time. Therefore, I do not deserve to have my opinions discussed live on the internet.
think that my quote-unquote behavior is quote-unquote so abnormal, they say. That
also, you're feeding them, which means that they'll have more reason to A-log about you because you are clearly upset that people are seeing your opinions. And you should be very embarrassed because you're trying to defend zoosadism. You absolute, abject AIDS pig.
they're archiving all my tweets, which I have nothing to hide about my tweets, so you can go and archive anything you want.
So why do you care that they're archiving it? Why even mention it? Now they're gonna archive even fucking harder.
Spoiled Kiwis on Kiwi Farms, which, by the way, the reason I'm calling you Spoiled Kiwis, which you are, is because you guys harass not just me, but a ton of other people. And I personally,
I don't care about you documenting things, but I'm gonna call it harassment because I dislike it. I'm just gonna go ahead and read the first section of this, specifically page 1, because it has summaries on it. Because it's gotten worse. There are more words here. In the video, the words that are there at the top of his thread on page 1, by the way, it's 22 pages now, are not the same as what's currently here. Dansburst Studios official, Dansburst Studios, Dansman 1729, Mysterious Mare Duel, Biden Tubbs, Autistic Boney, Upright Stallion, True Defender of the Marginalized, Believes Zoophilia is Moral, Tranny Chaser, Pseudo-Intellectual Spurg, Thinks He's a Pony, Proud Neat and Clopper, Pedophile Defender, Debated Hunter Avalon, Shadowbanned by I'm not reading that. It could get a lot worse, bro.
good operational security, which some people on Kiwi Farms call OPSEC, and that I'm able to successfully delineate my online life from my real life, which is unfortunately subject to the whims of employers, officials, people who are anti-free speech. But many other Kiwi Farmers victims do not have this level of operational security due to either lack of knowledge or lack of ability, and those are the people that I'm really interested in defending with this Kiwi Farms thread. These so-called social justice warriors of the Kiwi Farmers who think they're doing the right in quote-unquote exposing all these people who they find it be disagreeable.
Well, I don't know if you'd say it's that they're doing a justice and a right exposing things. I'm being tagged. Of doing a right and exposing things. Yes, exactly. That's the exact picture. Thank you. Like, I can already see the thumbnail that I will have for this section. Anyways. It's not even that they think that they're doing a moral justice. It's that they'll get derived sick pleasure from watching you. For them, watching you spurg about them documenting you and the things you say is their form of survival and cortisone and entertainment. You are giving the predators what they want, dear pony. They want you to spurg, dear pony. Oh, God.
Let's read a little bit through this thread. Greetings, Kiwi, every Kiwi, damn spoiled Kiwi. Close your eyes and picture a brony, but not just any ordinary brony, no. Picture what you think is the epitome, wow, you must use a thesaurus for that one, of a degenerate brony. How am I a degenerate? I have a positive area. You guys don't even know what you're talking about. You have a...
How am I degenerate? I haven't even done anything. Real shit. Real shit. Real shit, bro. Real shit.
Clear picture in your head? Exaggerate just a bit. You think it's too retarded to be true? Which, what a bunch of ableists that think they can get away with using this word just because they're anonymous on the internet. That's what I'm calling spoiled Kiwi.
Oh, man. They're ableists. If I call them ableists, then they'll stop making fun of me. Ah!
By the way, they're so spoiled that they don't have any sense of human decency to other people when they're on the internet. You'd never say this to another person in real life. Well, my friends, meet Dansburst Studios, a birdie that...
Well, good argument there, Dan. I don't think you'd ever tell another person that you actively defend pedophiles on the internet in your life either. I don't think you'd ever do that. But that's something that you actively did. You did it. You did it frequently.
that is so freaking autistic, and oh, this is your favorite buzzword to use, by the way, autistic. Anyone you don't understand, anyone that doesn't operate by your social conventions, like they're autistic, and oh, they're depraved, oh, well, because I like a show that you don't like, I'm depraved. That's hard to believe that he's a real person. I'm not a person, I'm a pony, and I'll go over that later, but you guys seriously make...
Man unironically said, I'm not a person, I'm a pony. For free! He's doing the equivalent of giving a striptease in front of the Kiwi Farms. For free! For free!
Make a huge deal out of this when it's really, like, pretty obvious. In addition to the usual Bernie traits he's unfortunately come to expect, like obsessing over and jerking off the pastel-colored horses meant for 14-year-old girls. Seriously? This is the only time that you racist Kiwi farmers care about cultural appropriation, by the way, because what people say in black people's culture, you don't care about what's meant for black people. You don't care that so many holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, that Thanksgiving was originally a holiday meant for Native Americans to celebrate the spirit of companionship between before they became colonizers.
Oh, not the Indians! Oh, not the Indians and the colonizers! Damn, bro, I never knew! I can feel the bigotry leaving my body!
And then Native Americans, but no, now you guys get to use it as a celebration of shoveling them, pigeonholing them into tiny little reservations where they have to make casinos just to survive. Just to survive. You took a proud...
They have to take... Excuse me. I need a clear throat for this voice. I am Chief Running Dick. Fuck. Oh. I am Chief Running Dick of the Running Dick Bull Casino, where the bull is not the only thing that is coming. I have been debased. My people made fun of. We are merely humble Native American Indians, trying to scam the life of every single American that is stupid enough to go to the Running Dick Bull Casino. We work hard to try and make a life for ourselves, and you insult our begrudging other ponies that have embraced the spirit of the bull inside themselves twice. This is a sin and a travesty. You cannot make fun of my other every pony. He does what he can to protect us and our way of life, and you are laughing at him. You sit there, you chuckle and grin, and you are laughing at him. The spirit of the wolf does not reside within you. For free! For free! For free!
A proud nation, tribal nation, that was so much more diverse than anything that we have in the so-called modern and civilized world, and you forced them to turn it into a civilization that has to rely on breeding thoroughly just to survive. Why? Just to survive. In these, I can't even imagine how much overpopulation density must be in there, but you don't care. No. Your social justice only consists of trying to get socially awkward individuals to stop watching a show that's quote-unquote meant for little girls. Little girls. Is this a demographic that you think you're defending? This is the only demographic that you care about defending the social justice of? Because you guys, you sad, miserable little spoiled Kiwis, for once in your miserable lives, want to know that you've done the right thing, be on the right side of history. Which, you guys don't care about minority rights, women's rights, transgender rights especially. The only thing that you could do, the only group that you can choose to defend, quote unquote, feel like you've done something worthwhile in your lives, is 14-year-old girls, to the exclusion of 14-year-old boys.
Yep, that's the only thing they believe they've done in this life. This and also making you butt frustrated on the internet. You figured them out. Yaha! You found them. Getting content like this used to be free. It used to be hard. It used to be free.
We're allowed to like pony shows too, okay? Dansburst believes himself unspoilt-Kilia. Dansburst believes himself to be a profound intellectual and revolutionary thinker. No, I'm just a person who has bare minimum amount of focus. Unlike so many ADHD Zoomers on this website, who any post that's over the length of 2 Kiwi Farms posts is like a novel to them. Learn to read. Like, you guys have an entire thread, but you don't want to read people's posts. Like, I'm the person you're chronicling, and you can't even bring yourself to like skim through my posts or like do basic research. Which, this is why you guys suck so much at Doxxing, by the way, even though it's not even that hard, which of course I don't promote it, but it's not even that hard, it's your main focus, and you suck at it. You suck so much at it, because I have information that you guys haven't even begun to scratch the surface of. Like, I'm not gonna dox myself, obviously, of course, but you guys really have no idea what you're doing.
And one more time.
Information that you guys haven't even begun to scratch the surface of. Like, I'm not gonna dox myself, obviously, of course, but you guys really have no idea what you're doing. These are my philosophy ranges from the thing that morality is zoophilia, defending pedophiles. I still have to make a video on sex. Pedosexuality, and yes, it is a sexuality. Pedosexuality is a sexuality. In Shadowbird.
Your music's too loud. We can't hear you molding.
Are you guys really lumping this like, oh my god, he's a zoophile, he's a pedophile, and he defends Shaman art? Guys, what? Which he presents in poorly made. Why do you say from the end of his face how poorly made my video is? You guys have never made a video in your lives. Do you know how much work that takes? Oh my god. Like, you guys think that you know everything. You don't. Okay? You don't know anything. All you do is skim the lives of other people. And you think that you can do everything yourselves. I want to see you make something just once in your lives, Kiwi Farms. I want one of you to take the initiative as
They made a thread. They took the initiative on themselves and they made a thread about you. Oh.
individual and come to meet me on my server, Flanagan Island, on morality of zoophilia, the morality of pedophilia, the morality of doxing, and the morality of harassment. But I don't see that from any of you. You guys are still debating. Where do you even want to debate here now? That's just pathetic, Kiwi Farms. Dansburst, even all 53, yeah. You try making a YouTube channel. You try making a YouTube channel, you creepy voyeurs. You voyeurs. Dansburst even interacts with other unspoiled Kiwi. Dansburst even interacts with unretorted brownies that accidentally found their way onto the farms, such as Infamous Peppermint Sorrel or Foster accidentally. These are good people who came onto the farms to target the harassment against them, to deport objects, and due to their friends that are being also harassed, like mercilessly, Rachel, by you guys. And it's pathetic that you guys harass people who can't defend themselves, and yet you aren't willing to debate the medium, the high-functioning people who can. Peppermint Sorrel, Foster you, Mexican anti. Why are you calling us anti-fab? We're pro-homosexual, and yet you're calling us anti-fab. You guys are just completely wrong, and you don't even care when you're wrong. Bro, at least you got that one right. At least you got that one right, Kiwi Farms. Dansburst said, yes, I did come to Kiwi Farms to defend them. Why did I think coming to the farms was like, good idea, let's ask Dansburst. Oh, no, how bad, instead of asking Dansburst, let's make our own completely crazy headcanon that's out of proportion. Well, Dansburst isn't afraid of his enemies. Okay, you got that one right, Kiwi Farms. And I wish you to thread them head on, okay, right again, by power leveling, which is apparently, power leveling is being honest about what you believe, when what you believe is something that's socially taboo or socially unacceptable. Because apparently, when you believe something socially unacceptable that a Kiwi farmer does, like racism or sexism or transphobia, you're supposed to play coy with it and dog whistle, because you don't have a foundation for your beliefs, so you spread them through heathens and so-called memes, instead of an actual argument. And when you guys actually do give arguments, they suck.
The memes are an extension of their argumentation and their worldviews. They believe that people like you should be milked and monetized for every single bit of value that you have, because you will not be able to learn how to function in society like a normal human being. And I don't think I disagree with them in this particular instance. It wouldn't matter if it came from the farms. You, sir, have problems.
That's right, they suck, debunk, they suck, they're trash, and that's why you guys stick to the memes to propagate your anti-woke mind virus. Because you guys are the ones spreading the mind viruses with memes. Leftists and apolitical people who support social progressivism, right?
I think this is foreshadowing. I believe, chat, that this is horror's way of giving us subtle foreshadowing. Of course he's already been doxxed! This man doesn't have any goddamn OPSEC! Why did My Little Pony get these people when Transformers didn't? Because Transformers' best seasons of content, not accounting for like the 2D animation ones, they were in the middle of Transformers Prime, And even though both Transformers and Friendship is Magic, especially during when Friendship was Magic was starting to go off the air, which was like towards the end where they had the Weird Al Yankovic crossover, in which he bred PewDiePie. They leaned more on Friendship is Magic because Lauren Faust. Mostly because most of them wanted to be as close as they could to Craig McCracken, who also assisted with the show. But outside of that, I couldn't tell you. Anywho, yes.
I'll sit here and go through the pain with you. If you want to share the screen.
Oh, you want to hold my hand?
But chat, I'm gonna get real close to the mic. Please understand, the payoff for this is fucking amazing. The pain will be worth it, I swear.
These people don't have that kind of constitution, Hellfire. I have to help them through it.
No. They will have that kind of constitution when they see what happens. Oh my god. The shit that comes out in that stream.
Okay.
Oh, chef's kiss.
Fucking Christ.
Just trust me. There's a reason I looked into this guy and got this kind of context for you guys. There's a reason. It's a good reason, and it's hilarious.
I trust your judgment. I'm just saying, you have to hold my hand and their hand and their hand. Apparently, Buddy already knows where this goes. Don't you fucking spoil it.
Things and walls of text because they have a reason to believe the things they believe in. But you guys are the ones spreading this mimetic form of image virus things, where you guys can spread the release to people.
Image virus things. Is that a real phrase that came out of your mouth just now?
He has a tendency to think that he's a lot smarter than he is because
about the world, and that's why what you believe in.
I'll repeat. He tends to think that he's smarter than he is because he's studying philosophy. I put that in quotes.
Studying philosophy.
Oh yeah.
And what you disseminate is so noxiously toxic that I don't know how any decent, moral human being could ever stand by what you believe. Kiwi Farms is accusing me of autistic pseudo.
Why is there so many fucking bleeps in the background?
I'm guessing that he's recording something through Discord. And something's going wrong with this Discord. I don't know. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like he's going in and out of a voice chat in Discord. Or he's going in and out of connectivity.
Okay.
Intellectual N-word babble. Wow, you guys aren't even being covert with your racism this time, because you guys are just laying it all in front of you. Autistic pseudo-intellectual. What? What? You guys are the one writing 14 pages of a thread on me, and you're calling me the pseudo-intellectual? Are you freaking for real? What? He may just be the most powerful brownie the parties has encountered, for other horse fuckers kneel and submit to his autism. Well, you're right about one thing, that I have a lot of people, especially mayors, that like to submit to me. But if you guys are saying this...
And one more time?
Horse fuckers kneel and submit to his autism. Well, you're right about one thing, that I have a lot of people, especially mayors, that like to submit to me. But if you guys are saying this...
And one more time?
Horse fuckers kneel and submit to his autism. Well, you're right about one thing, that I have a lot of people, especially mayors, that like to submit to me. But if you guys for other
and again?
fuckers kneel and submit to his autism. Well, you're right about one thing, that I have a lot of people, especially mayors, that like to submit to me. But if you guys for
and again?
kneel and submit to his autism. Well, you're right about one thing, that I have a lot of people, especially mayors, that like to submit to me. But if you guys are saying this, horse fuckers kneel
and one more time.
Well, you're right about one thing, that I have a lot of people, especially mayors, that like to submit to me. But
ain't never in a million fucking years that anybody ever's gonna bend over in front of you and let you impregnate them. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's all ERP, man. It's literally all ERP. Because, spoiler alert, chat. The mayor he's dating breaks up with him because she thinks he's a fucking retard.
You would look at this cringe lord and you tell me there's a guy.
If you don't believe me, I can give the screenshots to Carl.
No, I believe you. I'm just saying. Lord, why did you put these people on Earth?
Actually, no, I'm gonna find it anyways and I'll read it off to you guys. Because it is just too fucking funny. Let me find it. Oh, the spurg out is so good. Dancing with you while I look.
Okay.
If you guys are saying this because of my autism, you guys are just wrong. It's because I have a foundation for what I believe in, where other people don't have one. And so people want to look to someone who's firmly grounded in a strong base. And when they don't have that, they look to other people who do. Me being someone who does, that's a lot of people who come to me looking for me. Isn't that all it is?
I don't believe that people come to you for advice. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I have a hard time believing that. Hard time. Hard feels. Hard trust. Hard love. It doesn't seem likely. I would question that person's sanity and whether or not they know what they're doing for themselves in their lives. Because why would people willingly go to you for advice? I'm sorry. Let's go.
All right, I've got it. I've got it.
Okay.
I'm sorry about my. This is a day ago. This is on his community tab. I'm sorry about my Discord server deletion. I really am committed to making a diverse, safe place, but one of my ex-girlfriends, the one that was current at the time, and I had a really bad fight after the interview, and some of the channels might have been removed or replaced. Our open door policy still continues, and Michelle's mod permissions will be revoked accordingly. Clarification, as my last post was misinterpreted. Michelle deleted the channels, not me. She is a coward, and I don't want her to have mod privileges in implementing my vision for the future. If she is going to back down after a call out and a baseless threat, I'm tired of letting our operational security issues hold me back. And stop telling people that we're dating because we're not, we're just friends. That's not what you were saying earlier, dumbass. I don't want to have to keep fighting anymore with you about that. Paranoid and impulsive people have no place managing my infrastructure. And the ticket system and formal expertise applications are being created and will be released. We are still working on it. So you've contradicted yourself within 2 hours of each other. Then a couple hours. 11 hours. 1 day ago, you said that she's your ex-girlfriend. 11 hours ago, you say that she's not. Which one is it? Which one is it, Dan?
The truth must come out, Daniel. The children yearn for their cringe.
But I guess you haven't had that experience, so anytime someone does have it, you don't just assume it's because they're autistic. I'm autistic. I have autism. I have ADHD. I'm neurodivergent. No! No! I'm just a person that believes things that other people don't believe. If you guys are calling it autism, for what? For what? Why are you doing this?
Bro's getting emotional right now. We're not even on the stream yet. He's already crashing out in this single player video.
The only way that you guys can argue against other people is by doing an ideological fallacy that you guys' intellectual muscles are so strained that you're—
He is going through it, chat!
He's crashing out in 4K, 1080p.
You don't even care. You don't even care to make a pattern argument that any of my videos or any of my YouTube community posts. You only care about archiving them to go, wow, look at how autistic he is. You don't give a crap about anything. And you have to think like, you love to think like you're so abominable. He's archiving everything when you don't even care to engage with the things that you're supposed to be archiving. What are you talking about?
Are you gonna cry about it?
Are you autistic pseudo-intellectual? You guys are pseudo-archivers. That's right.
Pseudo
Are you gonna cry about it?
archivers.
Are you gonna cry about it, Dan? Because it sounds like you're crying about it.
Daniel. The children don't care, Daniel. Daniel. They want to know why you're like this, Daniel. You cannot mold like this for free. Wipe the nutrients off your face, Daniel. This is embarrassing, Daniel.
That's right, you guys are pseudo-historians. You guys are like a racist pseudo-historians like, what's his name? Jared Diamond or whoever, or the racist,
Sean detected.
You guys are pseudo-historians. You guys are like a racist pseudo-historians like, what's—
The bell curve. I would like to never hear about the bell curve again. So, you're a fan of leftist breadtubers, and you're defending zoo-sadism. I wonder, is one of the many leftist skullboys gonna own up to the fact that one of their fans unironically defends some of the worst evil in the world? We already know the answer to that!
What's his name? Jared Diamond or whoever, or the racist, the people who wrote the 10,000 year explosion, the racists who wrote about the 10,000 year explosion. You guys don't care about the true history. We're trying to do an analysis.
What's the 10,000 year explosion? Now I have to know what it's about!
The people who wrote the 10,000 year explosion, the racists who wrote about the 10,000 year explosion. You guys don't care about the true history. We're trying to do an analysis of it.
The true history. The history of what? The history of what? For free. He did this for free, chat. For free.
The history. We just want to narrativize history to support your own racist and sexist and transphobic beliefs. Sorry, guys. I got interrupted by my mom again, but where was I? Oh yeah, you guys are like fake historians.
Oh, Mom, I'm ranting against people on the internet. You can't interrupt me when I'm being mad online! Mom! I say again, chat. For free. For free, he's doing it.
It gets better, trust me.
Historians, because you don't even care to analyze history, you just want to narrativize it. Support your racism, sexism, and transphobia. Like, you guys are pseudos. You guys are pseudos.
Correct!
Early life first videos from the KiwiFarms.com. Not much has been uncovered on Dansburst's early life. Yeah, because you guys suck at doxing, although a couple of details are known.
From reports that I've received from my head moderator, it appears that they do not suck at doxing.
His first name is
No, they've got him already.
Good luck trying to find my last name, Nimrods. What a bunch of fucking Nimrods, guys. You guys don't even know my last.
A bunch of them rods. They don't even know your last name. I'm pretty sure they know your credit score.
I'm pretty sure they know your
You know how
SSN.
many thousands of millions of people in the world are called Timothy? We're called Timothy II. You guys don't have a clue. Like, I'm fighting.
He unironically is laughing like every single fucking stereotype of a Poindexter in a cartoon.
Uh-huh.
You serious? Oh my god, you guys fucking suck.
Go 2 octaves higher. Come on, go 2. I know you can do it. Let me find a
Balls
big.
haven't dropped yet, of course he can do it.
Let me find a bigger, blacker mare. Who teach you who's the true breeder of the
Okay, so you guys are uncovering the details based on some YouTube videos with my transgender ex-romantic partner, where she is addressed as such, which I'm not even gonna read. I'm not even gonna read this fallacious pronoun, this fallacious gender pronoun.
Michael, where do you go back to for?
So, okay, yeah, they're playing a video of a fight that I had with my ex-girlfriend. And this was a fight that we had a long time ago, and this wasn't even the reason that we broke up. But because it was the one thing publicly posted on the ClearNet for you guys to easily lazily dox, just by putting in a few keywords on the search bar, you guys think that this is the most revealing.
I gotta tell you, bro. Putting the word ClearNet in the statement does not change the fact that you are being mocked because you're being stupid on the internet. I'm so sorry. Yes, most people know that the ClearNet is the part of the internet that people can safely navigate. On the parts of the internet that they safely navigate on a frequent basis to go see and look at and talk about things, they saw and found you. You are in fact seen. You will have to cope and get over it. Hard, I know.
And goading them is not going to help your case. That's just going to make them come after you harder. You should have just ignored it. But instead, you're constantly calling them out. Everywhere. You don't hit the hornet's nest and expect not to get stung.
What would even bring you to think that you could get away from this shit, bro? That's the worst part.
Conclusive piece of so-called evidence ever, just because we're having a fight that she posted online because she was mad at me. It's not like that was the type of thing that she would hold against me or anything. It's not like that's a thing that even happened frequently, but you guys think that it does, and it didn't.
Wait, what are you saying, Timmy? Michael, you took my stickers bar.
I don't even want to listen to this because this brings up some bad memories for me, but you can just watch it yourself if you want to watch that on the thread, so I'm not going to talk about that right now. So, give me a minute.
He's gone through like 5 emotions in 3 fucking seconds of clips.
He's so manic. He's so manic, and it comes out even more in the stream. Like, let's get through this because the stream is premium. Like, oh my god, we need to get to that stream like ASAP. This shit is paltry.
Yeah, we did fight, yeah. And we broke up, and we got back together then, and then we broke up again, and I don't even care. So, that was the past. And one of my YouTube videos where I refer to myself as, Michelle's boyfriend, yeah, so it's true. It's also believed that Timmy likely resides in Florida. Okay, wow, there are 50 states I could be in, and you happen to find one of them, wow. You know how many millions of people are called Timothy II in Florida? You don't. Because if you knew how big it was, you wouldn't be so happy about this total non-victory at all. Wow, even your own third-party allies are against you guys doxing and harassing. This is pathetic. This is why you guys get no visibility anymore. This is why you guys got censored off of Google, which you should have been, by the way, because no moral search engine is going to hold a site like you in high repute at all, especially.
These are the people that believe themselves moral.
Not in a page ranking
He's
algorithm.
literally on his
I don't even know why
high
you guys are even
horse.
hosted by Cloudflare, which you have no right to have the DDoS protection. You guys should be the ones that are doxing and harassing anything. Not that I believe in retributive justice, but sometimes you get pretty deserved. Timmy also expressed interest in going to Mayor Fair.
You couldn't even say fucking, bro. Then again, you probably can't say fucking. What fucking are you doing there, boy?
He doesn't know what fuck it is. He lives with his mom and he calls dates play dates.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so
if
cute.
you have to default to your mother in an argument, bruh.
That's so adorable.
It's very adorable.
The Bernie convention held in Orlando, Florida, and commented on. Okay, so it looks like one of the guys that you make fun of. Look, pink triangle. Wow, it's a Nazi dog whistle. It's a Nazi freaking dog whistle because do you guys even know triangle Nazi Germany? Do you guys even know what this is supposed to be? Yeah.
I don't care, bro.
You guys are just referencing a Holocaust like it's a freaking joke. I didn't even know this was a thing until my friend pointed it out to me. You guys are using the symbol. You guys are culturally appropriating the symbol of a fascist regime that also said people who are pro in support of Antifa and homosexual and black and transgender rights. It's concentration camps.
Shut the fuck up. You have actual literal Nazis that cosplay as Nazis and full Nazi memorabilia in your server. I don't want to hear it. I'm not kidding either. There is proof.
So many questions of why. Why? Why not? Because the Lord saw fit to, Carl. Don't ask questions that you don't want answers to. It's for free! For free!
Concentration camps! Were you guys even concentrating at all when you thought about the moral and ethical implications of putting something like this on your website? Maybe you guys need to be sent to a concentration camp for your ADHD! No person with an actual moral code could be in support of this. Literally, oh my god, this is vulgar!
Why are they in your server?
Asocial, because you guys want everyone to be extroverts. You think that being a NEET is bad because it's something like social duty. Well, what kind of society do you want me to be doing a duty to? A fascist regime under Donald J. Trump!
He said the magic word!
What kind of Discord server would house pedophiles, zoo sadists, and fucking neo-Nazis? Please riddle me this, Batman.
You can't stop me, Batman! I let the Nazis in the server! They're seeing hiring, Batman! No, Joker, no! You can't let them see Heil! Now it's time for the simulation of the reading of Everon, Batman! I'm taking point in lead!
It's like you guys want me to be working and contributing to, well, no, I don't think I will, thank you very much. And I don't even care. I don't even care if I have to be deprived of my fullest needs living on, I don't know, the hatefully underfunded welfare state that we have in the most prosperous nation in the entire history of the world, by the way, but I don't even care, because I'm not going to stand for a kind of society that would send me to a concentration camp just on the whims of its so-called anonymous underground internet netizens. Who think I can get away with this behavior? Just because you're posting on an anonymous thread? You guys want to cry for yourselves, but you want to revoke.
Sounds like I'm gonna cry, bro.
You gonna cry? He's gonna cry. I don't think he's gonna cry.
Big feels, huh, better?
He's not crying, guys. He's totally not crying.
I'm stealing an insult from the fucking troll that I had to make fun of on Twitter. Big feels today, huh, Better Bro? Big feels! For free! For free. For free. For free. For free. For fucking free. For free.
The anonymity of everyone else, well, I don't think that's fair at all in the slightest. You guys are just brutal. Sort of worse than my bullies in high school, and you guys get to be successful, and, well, I bet you're not successful, but even if you were, then even if you were only a little bit successful, it'll be unfair, because of all that harm that you've been causing, the incredible harm.
It's like it was written by somebody who works at Disney Channel, and they believe this is how people act on the internet. They wouldn't be that very far off if it were, but...
harm that you've been causing to other people, other humans, and also Therians, also other kins, who are not any less valid than humans who view.
Bro, I can tell you right now, they do not give a fuck about the otherkins, okay? They do not care about the otherkins. They would encourage the otherkins to act like you, so they can get more content out of them.
You are exposing yourself and everybody in your Discord server to the absolute full-blown wrath of Kiwi Farms. You're an idiot.
Now, of course, none of this would matter if you all didn't act the way you do, and it certainly wouldn't matter that much if you didn't put a big target on your back. But you put a big target on your back, so kick rocks.
Press. just so that everything is clear for the record, because I know you guys are going to want to archive this video too, and you guys are going to go, oh, Timmy's getting emotional, Timmy has moral principles, Timmy's getting, oh, we what is the police, we made Timmy get emotional about his principles. Well, maybe you guys had actual convictions about the state of the world. You're something better than sitting around in your basement chairs, working on a thread about other people, because everyone would do anything for yourself. You guys have this grand vision for a fascist of society. The most you guys can do for it is go out and vote once every 4 years and call other people to action on your anonymous internet thread. You guys don't even care about the hateful politics that you support. It's just a source of stimulation for you. And that is why I call you truly pathetic. You are scum, spoiled Kiwi Farms. Not even the store would sell you for a discount price.
As much as it hates to be said, the Kiwi Farms threads brought down by the power of Destiny's penis in and inside of and being inside of other people's mouths, breaking the internet, was more politically salient than any of the things that you've said in this mauled session of yours. Daniel, you have to let it go, Daniel. They're beating your ass in the quote tweets.
You're so obsessed with me. You're so obsessed with me. Like all of your categories that you hate so much because you hate your heart for me. And yes, Jewish, pedophile, zoophile, in support of bisexual women and transgender men. Just because I'm not 100% gender conforming all the time means that you guys want to send me to a concentration camp. It's something you're messing with, by the way. I'm not even. I haven't.
They don't know who you're messing with? Really? Who are they messing with, Timmy? Tell us. Who have they incurred the wrath of?
Even gotten through the first post of your thread, and I already debunked you over 13 times. And you think that your argument was going to hold scrutiny? Well, I guess that's why you were posting it on your anonymous little Facebook thread, you spoiled kiwis, because you didn't expect anyone to analyze what you were just posting there. You thought there was only going to be a single joke among your fat basement selves. But let me tell you something. When you post something on the internet, even the people you don't like are going to...
One more time.
On your fat basement selves. But let me tell you something.
What?
When you post something on the internet, even the people you don't like are going to see it. That's called...
What?
Operational security, and I am quite the Doxxer myself, so don't get surprised if you get sent any letters in the mail from me.
What? I'm sorry. This Austin bit is not working as well in my head as I thought it would. Still, what the fuck? I'm somewhat of a doxer myself. Bro, we already know who Joshua Moon is.
For studios. And I bet you're not gonna like it if you did, so there's that for you. Wow, what a bunch of losers on Kiwi Farms. What a bunch of losers. Finally, as a self-proclaimed proud NEET, which, in case anyone doesn't know, it stands for not in education, employment, or training. And I am in training right now, actually. I'm in training for the biggest political movement of the 21st century. We're gonna get Donald Trump out of the White House by the so-called legitimate means he got in there.
Ba-boom, ba-boom, wow. That didn't happen. That didn't fucking happen. That's the biggest that didn't fucking happen in existence.
Let me tell you, the leftoids don't want you. The rightoids don't want you. None of them want you. What they want from you is for you to bite the curb, pony.
Bite the curb.
If you think I'm not training for anything, you're wrong. You're wrong. So shamelessly wrong and unfounded. You deserve to be ridiculed for this. It is just laughable. It is just so laughable. How do you think that I'm not in training? I'm training my mind every day as a recruitment for Antifa. And
one more time, because that was extremely stupid. We gotta hear it in full speed.
Deserve to be ridiculed for this. It is just laughable. It is just so laughable. How do you think that I'm not in training? I've been training my mind every day as a recruitment for Antifa. And you guys, you are the ones who are not in training, because you're all so cowardly rejecting debate against me. You're so-called lolcow. You want to chronicle every little morsel of data against me, and yet I'm presenting myself to you for a challenge. And you for a challenge, which you so cowardly reject. It shows how much interesting in archiving you are, which you're not. You're little zero interested in archiving. You are just a poser and a fake of fraud. You only care about archiving because it makes you look good in front of other people and gives you social status. Oh, look at me! I found all this data and information. Well, you want to debate? No, you don't want to debate. No, why don't you want to debate? Because you're a coward, and because you know that all of your archival data is only useful when you're presenting it to other people who make fun of me without the original person being there involved in the first place. You know that's true, and I know that's true, and you know that when you are in a voice call with me, when you and I, both of you know that truth to be true, you will see your own strategy used against you.
Mark that down, chat. We're gonna write that down. Let me open up the Obsidian file right now. Clip and share and timestamp and copy and new drawing and post. Transliterate. One more time here, Bedro.
If other people can I found all this data and information. Well, you want to debate? No, you don't want to debate. No, why don't you want to debate? Because you're a coward. Because you're a coward, and because you know that all of your archival data is only useful when you're presenting it to other people who make fun of me without the original person being there involved in the first place. You know that's true, and I know that's true, and you know that when you are in a voice call with me, when you and I, both of you know that truth to be true, you will see your own strategy used against you.
You don't want to debate. You're a coward. When you're against me in a call, sick, you will see your own strat used against you. 25-15. Hard lock in, chat.
If you don't want it to happen, that's why you're avoiding it so much. But anyway, back to the story. Yes, I'm not a me because I am trained, and you guys are the ones rejecting and neglecting the intellectual training of something called your mind. That's right, your brain, the organ that is supposed to take up most of the nutrients of your whole entire physical vessel, which you all so shamelessly neglect. Wow, you're so stupid. How could you even live with yourselves? No wonder you aren't able to understand a show like My Little Pony. Oh, that's right, you guys think it's only for little girls. Wow.
Yeah, they don't claim you either. You don't go to this school. Get out. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Bro, you think the pony's finna take you back after the shellacking you're about to take?
They ain't touching your ass. The only people that seem to actually give a shit about you are 14-year-olds and degenerates. And deplorable people who like to talk about how they've raped other people. In detail. In your server.
I need to find a place to put this. It's gonna go over here.
And if you guys think I'm kidding, I'm not.
He's treating My Little Pony like it's Rick and Morty. Listen, you have to be certain levels of deranged in order to be able to like this level of Season 3 schizoidism about Rick and Morty, bro. Gotta be a particular kind of sped in order for this kind of thing to happen. You know what I'm saying? See, now I've letterboxed myself. Now it's even better for you to see my emotions through my eyes. You look me in my eyes, Chad. You look me in my eyes, Chad. You tell me this is not Kino. You tell me this shit ain't fun. If I sit straight up, you can see nothing but my mouth. You look at this grin. You look at this one-toothy grin. You tell me this shit ain't great.
You are so stupid. What a bunch of fucking losers. What a bunch of losers. Oh my god, you guys are stupid. How could you even live with yourselves? No wonder you aren't able to understand a show like My Little Pony. Oh, that's right, you guys think it's only for little girls. Wow, you are so stupid. What a bunch of fucking losers.
1 second. Audacity!
Unmitigated gall.
Audio setup, recording, microphone.
Oh, that's right, you guys think it's only for little girls. Wow, you are so stupid. What a bunch of fucking losers. What a bunch of losers. Oh my god, you guys are stupid. I live with my mom, and she's it's only for little girls. Wow, you are so stupid. What a bunch of fucking losers.
You couldn't waterboard that out of me.
What a bunch of fucking losers. Oh, that's right, you guys think it's only for little girls. Wow, you are so stupid. What a bunch of fucking losers. What a bunch of losers. Oh my god, you guys are stupid.
You couldn't waterboard any of this shit that he's saying out of me. I told you guys, this is fucking premium content. It's hilarious.
What a bunch of fucking losers.
The level of cope from this guy.
Oh my god, you guys are stupid.
Cope, seething, molding, sneeding, everything.
What a bunch of losers. Oh my god, you guys are stupid. What a bunch of losers. Oh my god, you guys are stupid.
New audio alert! For free! Sped Pony Giggle. I'll work on that one later.
Really annoying sometimes, but even if she's a little bit of a capitalist, she's still a good person. Unlike you guys who have parents that support and condone doxing and immoral harassment. image, disappointment, and shame. You live your whole lives off of social shame. No wonder you try to project it on others. Oh, Spurs Burst. Spurs Burst Studios. I already know what you guys are going to say about this one. Oh, he being emotional in his video. That means he's having a spark attack. Oh, he's being illogical. No, wrong. And let me tell you why that's wrong. Let me tell you why that's wrong. Because you guys, look, ad hominem, call me an office man. Because the way I'm presenting myself online is, because I have a pony Sona. Because I have a pony Sona. And he's not the one that's in the show, by the way. Dansburst is canonically Sunburst's brother. And
My friend.
You've been ad hominem him all of these Kiwi farmers this entire time. That's all you've been doing. The lack of self-awareness here is daunting.
And I'm not stealing or repurposing anything, because I made the animation for that character of mine, my representation of me, after I go through the portal to the real world. I made it myself. I'd like to see you guys figure out anything for yourselves, so don't even try to use this against me. Timmy will often use horse terminology and anatomical terms when referring to himself or speaking, such as saying every pony instead of everyone. Oh, if I'm talking about my Antifas, of course I'm going to say every pony. Like, you guys literally say every Kiwi, right here. Right, look at the slide.
Look, you said this thing mocking me. That means that you do the thing that I do too. How can you mock me for this? Felted. Ass blasted. Butt frustrated. Mauling. Seething. Coping.
Hey, look at the slide. Greetings every Kiwi. Greetings every Kiwi. And I'm the one that's out of fashion. That's out of fashion socially. Just because I'm using a term that's a little dated in the pop culture, but still holds significant personal value to me as an individual. I'm the one who's crazy here. Let me just give you all a moment to reflect on that. Just a little
Yes, you are crazy.
bit. Maybe it'll sink in. Alright, so I want you guys to actually pause this video and go take a walk outside right now, because I know you guys don't get any sunlight at all. That's why you guys are so tunnel vision focusing on, oh my god, he said every pony. What? Just pause this video right now and go outside if you are still thinking that this term is something that is even applicable for someone to make fun of any pony about. New male. You don't have a clue how much you despise that term. And yet you think that it's applicable to Sunburst. No, it isn't. You guys understand right here. Like, I'm being surrounded by two mares. I'm literally cuckolding Starlight. Even though she's my soulmate, I'm able to cuckold her a little. And she likes it! And she likes it because she knows that I'm her soulmate!
Is this his waifu pillow? Is this his equivalent to a waifu pillow?
I shouldn't have closed Audacity.
Go back, I want to hear that again.
Cuckolding Starlight. Even though she's my soulmate, I'm able to cuckold her a little. And she likes it! And she likes it because she knows that I'm her soulmate! She knows that I'm the only one who could bring a spirit of intellectual vigor into her life. So much that I'm able to, let's say, horse around with a little friend of mine, and it's still a good deal for her.
Whatever he's smoking, he needs to share, bro, because he's so fucking...
I'm being surrounded by two mares. I'm literally cuckolding Starlight, even though she's my...
Start.
No, it isn't. You guys understand right here. Like, I'm being surrounded by two mares. I'm literally cuckolding Starlight. Even though she's my soulmate, I'm able to cuckold her a little. And she likes it! And she likes it because she knows that I'm her soulmate! She knows that I'm the only one who could bring a spirit of intellectual vigor into her life. So much that I'm able to, let's say, horse around with a little friend of mine, and it's still a good deal for her. I'm giving her 80% of my focus, and it's still a good deal for her. You guys have no idea how much value I provide for that to be even something that applies to me.
I want whatever he's smoking, because whatever it is, he's so divorced from reality at this moment. He's so divorced from reality. Can I have some of that?
22 seconds of pure unadulterated retardation.
That's putting it lightly.
I can't believe. I mean, I'm still saving it, but I can't believe that this is a thing that was said.
Cat, Carl.
Yes.
You're welcome.
No, Starlight. His favorite one is Starlight. I was about to say Rarity.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Rant. It fits! All these are getting posted in relaxation knowledge, by the way.
Oh, but I guess I'm a new male because I don't 100% because my gender non-conformist. I'm a new male now. You guys are so tunnel vision. Wow. Just wow. This is
I don't think you're using that word correctly.
existing MLP character. No, this brother has one spectrum of so-called autist. He's just repurposed it. Blah, 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 blah. Not true. I debunked this. Horse terminology. Yeah. So I'm speaking to my friends. We're saying every pony. We're saying Antifa because that's what we are. And I don't expect you to understand that either. Like, you guys dog whistle all the time. And you don't think and you don't carry on when you dog whistle because you don't have any consistent standards at all, referring to women as mares. If I'm speaking to someone who I'm planning to meet in a horse dimension, why should I not be calling them mares?
Horse dimension?
I don't want to know.
Somebody could take my breathing and they could just fucking remix the fucking Austin Powers track. Oh my god. Real shit, chat. Real shit. Real shit.
I only bring the premium content, chat. Every time.
Are you guys like challenged or something? Does this not follow from first principles? Oh, apparently it's so creepy. It's, oh my god, ew, he's a pervert, he's a creep. He's also referred to children as poles. This is something that literally follows from axioms. And you guys think, oh, that's abnormal. Oh my god, he doesn't know what we're talking about. I think I'm a horse. I'm not a horse in this dimension. In this dimension, I have 2 hands, opposable thumbs, and 10 digits on my hands and my feet. That makes me a human in this dimension. If I were to go into a different dimension, where my physiology would change accordingly to the norms, the universal constants, if I go into a different dimension, where the universal constants of that dimension has shifted accordingly, then my physiological features are going to be morphed accordingly to correspond with the universal constants of that dimension. The things that are constant to me as an individual, like my personality, my spirit, my soul, my memories, all of those are fixed as I transfer between dimensions. But the superficial attributes of me, the physical vessel that holds my mental and soul energy, is going to be changed and morphed accordingly.
In what dimension do you stop being fucking retarded?
None. The merge is happening, chat. The merge is fucking happening.
The merge is happening. It's happening, chat. It's occurring.
Fuck me sideways.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I don't mean literally.
I know you don't.
My husband can do that.
Of course he can.
And he does it well.
Star's lucky she's not here. She'd have a broken back by now.
You gotta get your frustration out somehow.
First thing she'd hear is, honey, I need to talk to you. The next thing chat hears is, congratulations on your pregnancy.
You don't need any of that right now.
No, I don't. That's how annoyed I am right now.
You guys have never gone to anywhere other than your own basement, so it figures that you guys wouldn't know anything about going to a different dimension. And that you proclaim to know everything about everything, and you've never even left your own little sphere of your basement. You sad little Kiwis. You don't even know what you're missing out on. Him using the term stallion explain. Well, this is literally trivial because I'm talking about a different dimension where a stallion is explaining something in the same way a human male will mansplain in this dimension. And so the diction morphs autonomously, tautologically, analogously as to the physiology of my physical form when I shift between dimensions. You guys have never taken a class on this in your lives, so it figures that you wouldn't know anything about actual reasoning. What a bunch of losers. Oh, Paraphilia. This is why you banned me, by the way, guys. This is why you thought that it was okay to ban me from your website, just because of this Nazi dog whistle. Nazi dog whistle that you're finding me. I have never had a romantic relationship with a minor in my entire life, and yet I'm the pedophile? Really? Come on, guys. Who do you think you're kidding when you're calling me this nonsense?
Are you sure about that?
So that's all for this
sure
video. There's only so much noxiously toxic nonsense I can handle in a single day.
I mean, you spew it constantly for 34 minutes straight, like... Oh, but it gets better, chat. It gets better.
We have arrived, chat. It is time. It is time. Gird your loins. Guard your pretzels. It's about to get real, 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 real. When exactly does the interview start on this?
It starts from the beginning.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me get exactly where it's at. But it's pretty much a good half of that stream is the interview. Pull it up real quick. I'll look at it.
It is indeed time, Foster. It is schizo pony hours. High octane mare breeding.
I would say around 12 minutes 30 seconds is when the interview starts.
Okay, so first and foremost, there's a couple things I'm going to ask you. we'll go into that. I'm gonna just kind of set it up on my screen here. One of the main things.
Also, he's being interviewed by a mutual of mine, Foggy. Hilarious guy.
She did.
Absolute theater kid, and it's
I
entertaining.
want to know first and foremost how you wish to be referred to as.
He felt this guy so fucking hard.
On the internet, and anything else that people in Kiwi Farms are just like speculating if they haven't been called. I would really rather not prefer that be repeated, even though it is technically available on their website, but I feel that limiting the availability of certain things goes a long way towards actually directing conversation in the way you want to do. So yeah, I guess Dansburst Studios for now.
Okay, so Dansburst Studios. Okay, so Dan, you have been subject of some of the conversations on the internet. You created a video specifically speaking in regarding Kiwi Farms and things like that. I know that we had spoken previously. My question to you is, how did you find yourself in this kind of, I don't want to say line of fire, but, you know, that is how that occurred. How did this happen?
Yeah, so how to get into this was everyone on Kiwi Farms wanted to attack me, and even putting me on their featured brand. So the way that this started was, my friend Foster wanted to do a certain interview, a podcast, with someone called Helena, who was someone who was holding, like,
You got it?
like, art competition.
Yes, I got it. I'm sorry. Forgot. Discord! You need to make an app! Make it so that it translates over when I'm starting to stop a video.
I will also apologize in advance. He is absolutely not tech savvy.
And also, like, really appreciate things.
I can already hear it from the fucking audio.
You're gonna need to turn it way up. That's not him. That's not Foggy. That's the weirdo.
I have his volume on both sides maximized. I'd probably need to get an audio tuner or something.
Yeah, because I had to put this. I have a voice meter, and I had to put this on blast to understand what was going on.
Volume Master. Add extension. Volume Master has been added to Brave. Volume Master.
This thing was really going to be a big moment. Except because of this really silly and pointless reason, Helena decides that he's going to remove Foster from the collaboration, and it's actually a reason that hits a little bit close to home to me.
That's 500% louder.
Can't be on it because he's too autistic. Because he made some offhand comment about there being like I went to go into it depth, but basically Foster came on. He got kicked off of this thing. He goes on the Kiwi Farms to vent about it because this person is also on Kiwi Farms. And then I go on there to defend him when people start doxing his full name, by the way, which Foster had never intended to do anything like that to Helena. He was just looking for a place for emotional venting.
So just to kind of reiterate, you found yourself in the some of my individuals in chat are saying that you may be too far away from your mic unless you're using your phone as a microphone. You do sound muffled and you're kind of coming in and out in specific areas. Not necessarily that people can't hear you, but you do sound muffled. So my question to you, or let me just get this straight. Let me reiterate it.
I don't know if I'd be able to fix that because my microphone I'm using is kind of bad right now.
Okay, not a problem.
Not to fiddle around.
Not a problem, but I do want to just kind of get the insight, get the understanding, and we'll kind of move on from there. So what I understand is you were coming to defend an individual who you were befriending, or that you were already friends with, and you defended them on the farms. Is that correct? Is that what kind of transpired? And then individuals on Kiwi Farms came to start some investigations about you. Now, I will say this, and we are going to kind of go into it a little bit. You do have very controversial beliefs and takes, none of which I agree with. I'm going to be very frank with you. None of which a large population of individuals agree with, and I understand that they are. You said that there are comments about you that are being misinterpreted both in your video as well as in our conversations. We did speak previously, did some pre-interview questions. So when you found out that Kiwi Farms started to have a discussion in and around you, what was going through your head?
Through my head, well, first of all, someone writes 14, then it goes up to 17, and then it goes up to 23 pages about you. You might be, a lot of people might stand in cower or something like that, because they had found a couple of things about me that I hadn't expected them to find, which I still have to look into that, but...
And what were some of these things that they found about you, per se?
I don't want to get into specifics, but one of them was my name, and I'm not really going to get into specifics about that. People can just do their own research. Yeah, so...
so tell me, what was your name?
Success in doxing, which...
Your name...
So what's your name?
Your name, my friend. My friend. Your name is the least of your fucking worries, let alone your first name. Broham. It can get a lot worse than just your fucking name.
Uh-huh.
By the way, well, from what I've seen in other threads, after doing my own research to combat Kiwi Farms, usually these people like pride themselves on like finding people's full names. I got his address. I'm gonna like send some like hate call to his employer or something like that. And so the fact that that didn't happen to me means that their doxing skills are like really like super limited. Unless you mess up in like some way that's super bad, they really are not able to do anything to get you as an individual. And so once I realized that, I was shifting. Like I started thinking, okay, instead of being afraid of these people, like I think I need to fight back against them because I'm trying to make these arguments about the world, the things that I believe. And so if these people are chronicling me, how about instead of cowering away from that, I'm gonna face them live. I'm gonna invite them live. I'm gonna see if they can come against me. And so that's what I tried to do. I'm calling them out, and I'm debating Kiwis still live on my Discord server yesterday and also today.
Okay, so one of the things that I had a question of, and it was something, please, you don't have to give specific information, but my question to you is this: how old are you?
Over 18.
You are over 18, so you're saying that legally you're an adult.
Yep.
Okay. So, because the reason I ask this is, as you and I spoke, there are specific beliefs that you have that the farms are very interesting, and they're looking at. And you say that you are not these things. You say that individuals have claimed that you are both a... you say that individuals, and I will use these words, you know, they would say that you practice zoophilia, as well as that you're a pedophile, or you have a paraphilia for children. And this I really want to ask you is because there's a lot of questions with that. There's a lot that's going on, and there's a lot of debate with that. And again, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the stances that you have. Specifically, I work in healthcare. I've always said this. I don't mind saying that. It's been a part of my thing. There's something else. You know, there's other instances that we've been told about, and in our investigations and things like that. So I'm giving you a platform to discuss them because there are things that have been discovered that should come up. So you're saying again that you are 18 plus. Is that correct?
100%.
Okay, so you're you are 18 plus. So you claim that Kiwi Farms has things incorrect about you because you do not identify as the predator and zoophile that they make you out to be. However, in our conversations, you stated that you wanted to create a community of understanding towards those individuals. So my question to you then is, do you have a Discord, right? You have a Discord. You are 18, correct?
Okay, so yeah, let me just say, despite the stereotypes, my server is not some closed-door, evil secret grooming server. It's open to literally anyone, even the haters, and we don't ban people.
So you don't ban people. You don't have rules on the server.
We do have rules.
So what are your rules? I'm curious because, very interestingly speaking, I see and I've been told that there is some discussions that you have brought up. And that you have defended art of, let's say, Shadman, for instance, which is a lot of things going on, as well as speaking in regards to that. So you don't. So what are your rules in your Discord? Let's talk about that.
Server. First of them, non-aggression principle. So that means like. Yes. So it means like don't like explicitly like send like actual physical threats to other people. Nothing that causes tangible physical harm. No spam, because what's the point of that when people are trying to like talk in a place that's uncensored? Also, aside from that, like yeah, we allow like people like even like really like people I find detestable who I disagree with, like some of the people who want Kiwi like Knapsack or fashion, they're still technically allowed in the server. So we try to kind of quarantine them to a separate channel.
You quarantine them to a separate channel.
In terms of their ability to.
Quarantining people to a separate channel does not remove the fact that you have people in channels in your server that have access to getting in there. And you're also not telling us that you're doing your due diligence, which you wouldn't even know how to begin doing, to handle the problem created by you and your stupidity. You fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fucking idiot, fucking idiot.
To send messages in a text chat. Of course, we're able to view every single channel because we have an open door policy, except for specifically moderator-only channels. So those are moderator-only channels, so there's no risk.
Why do you have an open door policy? An open door policy does not protect the people of that server. You fucking idiot.
There's no risk of anything going on like the stereotypes that some people have.
Okay. The stereotypes that some people have.
You have moderator-only channels. However, you do not have you don't really have rules in regards to that. You have an open door policy. Because I have a question for you. You have minors in your Discord, right?
Server, which Any server has minors in their Discord.
No. But I'm asking you. I am asking you. I'm asking you to confirm that you have minors in your Discord. So
I know that. Yes.
Because
Schrodinger's at least one.
You have Schrodinger's at least one. You have an individual by the name of Foster for you. Are they also a minor?
No, he's not a minor.
Does not a minor.
Overage.
They're overage. How can you confirm that? If you have
overage, because I know this person in real life.
You know this person in real life. So you're allowing this person in real life, and I'm going to pull it up for the chat real quick. You're allowing this person in real life to post a wall of text that just says rape in an area with children. Now, you explain. No. Hold up. Minors shouldn't be allowed in Discord. They're not allowed in my Discord. We have a very stark rule. We have rules. If you are not 18 plus, you will be taken out of the Discord. So you have a wall of text from a adult that you know. You have an adult that you know that is writing rape in this Discord. Now, you and I have spoken, and I'm going to...
That's not Foster U's profile image.
Okay, well, Foster for you is here. You also have a different individual. Okay, so who's this individual? This is Foster Z Kitten. Is this Foster Z Kitten? Yeah.
Oh, no, that's Foster's boyfriend. Yeah.
Boyfriend. Okay, so still, another adult. Let's not get out of this for a second. This is another adult in a child space. You have hold up.
All right, okay.
You have an open space with adults. Now, my question to you is, you have adults and children mixing. Now, you have an individual posting these kind of comments, and I hope they're an adult. You know, these are things I want to express to you, but if this is how your Discord is run with rules and a moderator chat, how can people believe you that this is not a grooming server when there's messages like this?
Well, what I would ask anyone is to ask any of the individuals, is there grooming going on?
No. How can you? No. I'm asking you a question. Please answer.
All right. So
how can you verifiably ascertain that there is no grooming that's going on in your server? Because you have explained to me.
I ascertain that there's no grooming.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
do you go into their DMs? Do you go into their DMs and ask them to show you them?
What kind of proactive policy is this? Like, if I
so you can't do it. So the answer is no. Just answer no. It's okay.
Because I'm not like a surveillance state. I can't go into people's.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Carl, in the past, why didn't we have these things up? Because I didn't have the manpower for it. What do we do now that we have the manpower for it? Well, you see, when I find out that somebody's done something, I ask them directly to their face, and when they lie to me and I find out that they're being malicious, I remove them instantaneously, when I can no longer be able to give them the benefit of the doubt. Isn't that why you removed Evan Do Things? Yes. Empirically so. Why? The head moderator that's currently here to my right, say hi.
Hello.
Verified that he lied to my face when I asked him a direct question. And after being caught in 4K, live on air, in the content, one, confirming that he was going to bat for a pedophile, and or groomer, and or coomer groomer, and or groomer that wants to coom with other coomers and groomers, with the intention of defending their reputation. When I asked him, are you involved? I need to know how much you are involved in this. They said, no, I'm not getting back into that. You should ask somebody else. And then I saw de facto words confirming that he's breaking the rules of my server. Obsidian notes. Tab. Cinebear logs. Why Evan was banned. Last log. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. For those that cannot see it on the screen, I will read it to you. Bottom text. Evan Do Things. 10/13/2024, 3:25 p.m. Starting from the top. It doesn't help that Queeman labeling her as a pedophile. Redacted. Why is Chud talking about looks when he's British and fat? And who is Queeman? Evan. Someone we don't want involved in this. Redacted. If Queeman doesn't face reveal, he should not be talking about someone else's looks. Romantic Goblin. Queeman does stream with facecam occasionally. Evan. Dude looks like a starving Jew. Scroll up. Romantic Goblin, 9/19/2024, 7:02 p.m. But also, it's like mainly you explaining the intentions behind the message and such. Don't friend request. I believe that we find out that's Cinebear, right?
Yes, I think so.
Cinebear, if I have to, sad cry emoji. I thought this was two thumbs pointing down, but it's the sad cry emoji eyes. Tears streaming through her eyes. If I have to! I'm actually a little worried that's me going through her DM is going to have the same effect. I don't want to put Enno in danger. Romantic Goblin. We could probably ask Kumo how to do it since there's a way that we can censor out Enno's name. Cinebear. But most people already know it's Enno, thanks to Jack himself. Evan Do Things. 9/19/2024, 7:08 p.m. Jack already put enough in danger. Scroll up again. Scroll up again. 9:19, 3:22 p.m. There are bullet points so far, Cinnabear. There are bullet points so far. Anything that I should add or change. This is just to make sure I cover everything that I need to. It helps me. Redacted, which I believe this was Kumo. I just popped in. No, somebody else entirely. I forget who this was. I've suggested...
It's somebody completely divorced that we don't know the name of.
Yes. I suggested to Kumo that I found something a little odd. Jack posts suggested names on his YouTube and rates them 16+, which is why his standards should be inappropriate. Evan. Yeah, and that panty and stocking thing of the game is definitely not for 16-year-olds, lol. Scroll back up. And there's some on the side that
Carl?
are not here. Yeah, I know.
Carl, I know you want to do that, but this is the long stream. We got a lot to get through. We got it.
Point being, we move on things when we get examples that demonstrate we have to move on things. So, knowing this, it's in the best interest of every server to have a policy to protect the people in the server as well as the owner of the server and the audience that the server operates in. Hello, Smokey. Be that the logic. If the problem is that you don't have enough manpower, why don't you have the manpower? Why don't you look for the manpower in the audience in which you've built? Can you confirm that they're adults? Why aren't you doing the work? Why did you allow it to happen?
Because it doesn't care.
Everything leads back to Shadman, I swear to God.
Attain reasonable knowledge.
If you can't ascertain that, right? If you do not have the ability,
like someone
if you do not have the ability, because there's multiple minors that we can confirm. There's approximately.
This happens all the time on 4chan, and there are minors on 4chan.
Okay, I'm not asking. Okay, we're not asking about. Come on. Stick back. Please stay here. We're talking about your Discord. This is your space. Right. Now, you've also told me.
I think it's a little silly, though.
Oh, you think it's silly? Okay. So you've also said that you believe that individuals, you believe that minors can consent. I have that Discord message here. You believe that minors are able to consent, and you also believe in the decriminalization of CSAM and CP. However, very interestingly, you're supposed to have rules in your Discord. You have a moderator chat. That completely doesn't agree with your line of thinking and what you've told me. But if you don't claim to be a surveillance state, right? If you don't claim to be a surveillance state,
I'm gonna let you finish.
why do you have a locked channel in your Discord?
I mean, you have no choice to let him finish his show.
Why do you have, like, this is other stuff that you're talking about? You have a locked channel in your Discord.
There's one moderator-only channel, so that moderators can coordinate with each other. If there's going to be a raid on the server, if there's going to be spam in the server, if there's going to be an attack, and if we're doing a specific countermeasure in response to the attack, why does that need to be in a public space?
Yes, that's the logic, dumb fuck. You understand that there are some things that don't need to be seen by people, and yet, strangely, this logic doesn't prevail anywhere else in your behavior.
You might, first of all, if we wanted to hide something, we would be doing it in a group chat and not a moderator-only channel.
If I had something to hide, I'd be doing it in a group chat. If I had something to hide, I'd be doing it in a group chat. Here, and this, and copy, and here. Scroll down. Fuck. Link. Video. Post.
Wait.
There we go.
Luke, Jan, do you not know who Shadman is?
It's entirely possible that they don't. I'd be surprised that you don't, considering how many times we've covered a topic that involves his artwork, but let's give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you don't know. If I wanted to hide something, I'd do it in public chats in my server.
If you wanted to hide something, right? Like if you were deleting somebody's messages when somebody came into your Discord. Now I do have proof of that. I do have proof of that Discord messages were deleted. Do you want me to pull that proof out?
I would like to see the proof.
Oh, okay. Not a problem. Because I do have a specific video of you guys or messages being deleted when somebody entered your server. And I'm sure you already know of that. Because like you say, you are a part of your server at all times. I can pull that video up, not a problem.
I'm not a part of server at all times. In fact, I delegate most of the moderation activity to my actual moderators.
So what you're saying is, it's your moderator's fault if grooming occurs,
if
right?
I learn about something that I don't condone happening, then I'm going to take action.
So what don't you condone? So let's talk about that.
Here's the question. How the fuck to get in the server in order to do an action you ain't consent of?
don't you condone?
Okay, specifically what I don't condone is, and it would be something like two people, like one person pressuring someone else to sign something based on threat of doxing, harassment, or blackmail. If someone is trying to pressure someone else into making a choice by using leverage against them, that's not a free choice. And I don't support people intruding on.
That's a quote that's gonna work against you. If someone uses something of leverage, that is not an action of freedom. Power dynamics. High or low, chat? Was it a moderator that did it, or was it somebody from outside the server who did it? Place your bets. Mine's on a server mod. Ah, fuck. I clicked the forward button.
I mean, you should be surprised, Jan, because that's a huge...
I clicked the forward button. And back here.
This is not going on.
How would I know that that's not going on? I don't see the problem with that. I don't see the problem with that because she's...
So what you're saying is free choice, right? That's all of that. Because like you say, you are a part of your server at all times. I can pull that video up, not a problem.
I'm not a part of server at all times. In fact, I delegate most of the moderation activity to my actual moderators.
So what you're saying is, it's your moderator's fault if grooming occurs, right?
If I learn about something that I don't condone happening, then I'm going to take action.
So what don't you condone? So let's talk about that. What don't you condone?
Okay, specifically what I don't condone is, and it would be something like two people, like one person pressuring someone else to sign something based on threat of doxing, harassment, or blackmail. If someone is trying to pressure someone else into making a choice by using leverage against them, that's not a free choice. And I don't support people intruding on someone else's right to a free choice.
So what you're saying is free choice, right? That's all this is supposed to be, is free choice?
Free uncoerced desire. Uncoerced choice.
For some reason that's...
Desire's a big word in that sentence, bro.
So if you had individuals, let's say, reaching out, how can you know? So let me see if I can find this right here.
Right. Yeah, so if someone's saying like, hey, I don't want to, hey, let's not talk anymore in DMs, then it's called the internet. What you do is you hit the block button, and 99% of cases that suffices for any unwanted interaction.
I have a question for you. Who is S7 Sarah?
S7 Sarah? Oh, so this is a person I know.
Is this person overaged or underaged?
This person overaged or underaged? I don't know. I've not met.
So you don't know. So you don't know if this person is overaged or underaged. So if you don't know if this person is overaged or underaged, let me ask you the question. How do you know if they go into somebody's DMs who is not in any relation, trying to find out? Hey, let's go. What if they flirt with someone in their DMs, entering your server? If they came into your server, and the only way your server is their connection, and so they go into their DMs and ask them, let's say, have you ever had an underaged girlfriend? How did you know that this is not going on?
How would I know that that's not going on? I don't see the problem with that. Because she's just asking the question.
You don't see the problem with someone who approaches someone who is underage going into their server. Lord have fucking mercy. Get my heart palpitations up. Fuck.
No, she's literally just asking a question.
That's asking. Okay, come on.
If someone doesn't want to
listen, come on, Dansburst, come on, buddy. Let's listen, buddy.
That people don't desire is happening.
So what you're, yes, but here's the thing. If somebody in my server, if I had knowledge of a minor and someone in my server is going around and doing that, that is on me because I am the server host. Right? So we can agree. We can agree.
I don't think this is bad at all. I don't think this is bad.
Of course you don't think it's bad. Of course you don't think it's bad because
you asking me to defend something that I don't think is bad.
Yeah, because you don't think it's bad. Yeah. Yeah. But
how can you hold me accountable for something that I don't think is bad? Maybe because the fact you're not doing your job leads to a bad outcome, you fucking idiot.
Is going around and doing that. That is on me because I am the server host. Right? So we can agree. We can agree.
I don't think this is bad at all. I don't think this is bad.
Of course you don't think it's bad. Of course you don't think it's bad because
you're asking me to defend something that I don't think is bad.
Yeah, because you don't think it's bad. Yeah. Yeah. But that's what we're trying to get to. So you think it's okay. You, Dansburst, thinks it's Dansburst, excuse me. You think it is okay for a minor, let's just say a 13-year-old minor, because you do have a reported 13-year-old in your Discord server. I have that message too.
Who's the name of that person?
Oh, who is the name of that person? I have an individual who is self-reporting that they are 13. Let me pull that message up.
Self-reporting. Okay, so let me just say there's always a chance for this is a false flag.
Oh, this is a false flag.
There's nothing I need to defend against it.
A false flag, guys. Listen, it's a false flag. They're self-reporting as a minor. Therefore, it's not legal. If their age is not the shit, you must acquit. I am innocent of these charges. I'm being framed, Your Honor.
So it's either it's a false flag or I know them personally. It's either a false flag or I know them personally.
It's either a false flag or it's not something I need to defend against at all, because there's no violation of free choice.
So what you're saying is that if it's not a violation of free choice, they could say whatever they want. Okay.
If it's not a violation of free choice,
I see. Yeah, but why are you allowing any adult to know a child personally? Why do you know children personally like this?
I know children personally like this. I don't know Seraphim personally, and I've said before that I do not know her IRL myself.
But you know other underage people are in your Discord. You know them personally enough to be in your Discord.
Yes, but I don't see what you're leading up to. All of this is in accordance with my philosophy.
It's in accordance with your philosophy. That's right.
Yeah. What is the actual harm?
So what you're saying is a double standard. It's what you're saying. Oh, no. So what you're saying is the double standard. You know, if I don't know them and they're committing something wrong, that's unfortunate and that's their bad. But if I know them, I know they're not committing something wrong, and it shouldn't matter because it's a freedom of speech. I don't see anything wrong with it. You're defending it when it behooves you. Right? You're defending it when it behooves you, and I understand why, because these are your worldviews. But when I bring up something of an individual, in instance where they contacted an adult in this case, right?
You know what? Because I actually think that should be fine. If no one's being harmed,
that's not how this works, buddy. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Because if you're gonna just play both sides, that's not gonna be. But that's what you're doing, and I have a lot more. We have our conversations. We've had our conversations about your purist beliefs. You truly believe a lot of, I'm going to say, abhorrent things. And listen, I'm not gonna bother you with them, but I do want to bring them up because you are asked the question. You are saying that Kiwi Farms is unjustly going after you, right? You're saying I can't believe they're doing this. They think I'm this way, right? Let's go. Because if that's the case, it's a freedom of speech for them to look into you, right? They're allowed to do that.
They're trying to dox and censor.
This is the clear
They
web.
want to find my personal information. They want to find my personal information, post that everywhere, just so that they can censor my argument and my presentation.
Did I say that they should be posting your personal information? I never said that. But I would like to ask you the question, right? You constantly, you are referencing all these things. I have multiple instances of minors in your Discord. Let me see. You say, that you don't know if they're 13. However, when I say that I have instances of minors in your Discord, you say, that person's not. That person could be lying. No, but I know there's some in there, but they're the good ones. You do understand that what you're allowing in your Discord is grooming, right? You're allowing pedophilia to take place into your Discord.
You never proved that, and I will admit one thing. I should not.
See, here's the thing. You're creating a safe space where it can happen. The onus is on you to make sure that doesn't happen, right? But the question would be then,
innocent before proven guilty.
Innocent before proven guilty. Okay, but you can agree that if someone has malicious intent, your Discord would be the perfect place of doing that. And again, why would an adult lie about being a minor? Think about that. Why would they do that? Why would it? No.
They might be age regressors.
They might be age regressors. But why would an adult lie about being a minor? Right? Think about that. Let's not go. Listen, you're being semantics. Okay, let's not do that. Think about it. It's a very simple answer. Why would an adult lie about being a minor? Did I say age regression? Did I say? Come on. You can do it.
In this hypothetical, if an adult is lying about being a minor, there's a key word on the use lying and not just making a statement. If someone's lying about being a minor, then maybe they want to, I don't know, maybe they're scared of social interaction. And so they feel that if this minor believes that I'm on the thing, okay.
Scared of social interaction. If they're lying about their age, they're scared of social interactions! At this point, it's much easier to just record them, but at the same time, start is going to take too long, so let's just let the fucking zingers fly by. Write them if you hear them, chat.
Yes, it's a terrible thing that can extend even to the internet.
So what you're saying? Wait. I want to touch on something that you said. I want to touch on something that you said, because that's actually, you pointed out something very interesting. Let's not leave that line of thought. You said that the adult would lie, so the minor feels more comfortable talking to them.
No, so that's
what you insist. So the adult feels more. So the adult should feel comfortable. But if the adult feels more comfortable, so if the adult feels more comfortable talking to a minor when they say they are the minor's age, would you not in turn say that the minor feels just as comfortable talking to another minor their age? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question. This is not a trick question. This is not like I don't need you to expand. I need to know, would the minor feel comfortable talking to someone of their age group, regardless of age regression or anything, if that adult is telling them, I am 13? Let's just use that as for instance.
Some minors. That is true for some minors, and it's not true for others. But I know that
so let me ask you.
Oh, he said something even stupider to that. It would be true for some minors. Get your nooses ready, kids. Kids, get your nooses ready.
What are your degrees in?
Where are my degrees in?
What are your degrees in?
I'm not going to reveal that information.
I have a hard time believing that you have a degree in any form of child psychology, nor do I have a hard time believing in that you have...
Well, I imagine you have formal experience that I might not due to your advanced age.
Oh, yeah. But I also think it's one of those things where
Let's
it's.
talk a little bit about your background. Tell me about your background.
You're the one being interviewed, buddy. It's okay. But that's what I'm trying to express to you is, and I already did explain my background if you paid attention. I've already explained.
Healthcare, yes.
Yes.
All right, healthcare.
But here's the thing, right? You're saying that you are able to understand, and you like, oh, not all minors, things like that, right? But it's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's weird. So in this regard, then, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to pull up this capture right here. Display capture. This is a conversation between individuals in your server. It's very hard to get all their names out. The gayest of the man, Foster for you, as well as an individual calling themselves Faust. You have a person who is calling themselves 13 in your Discord. And you're having somebody say, I am mentally 13, but physically 25. Is that okay with you? Do you understand those instances? That is predation.
Where is the predation going on? Someone is being open about their experience. They could be mentally regressed or mentally delayed.
Okay.
This person is mentally delayed. Possibly.
Mentally dressed, mentally delayed. It's okay to lie to kids. The kid will be comfortable if they don't know how old I am.
Possibly. And you're just assuming the worst. Even though you have no positive evidence.
I see.
Assuming the worst.
I have to tell you this truthfully and honestly. You can't tell me, you can't look at these things, you can't see these things and ascertain if grooming is not happening in the server, because what you're also saying, hold up.
We need to know that before we move on, because you're using this buzzword.
It's not just the buzzword. So when we talk about grooming, I'll give you, listen, because you're having difficulty understanding definitions, I'll give it to you, right? So grooming is a series of cases. There are different ways that adults can have unfettered access to minors. Now, there's some differences between online grooming versus in-person grooming. Hey, I'm explaining, you asked my expertise, I'm giving it to you, right? There you go. So what we're talking about, there are 5 keys to grooming, one of which is having unfettered access, unrestricted access to a minor, one of which is lowering the inhibition towards sexual conversations by gradually introducing them, the second of which is being in a position of somewhat, not necessarily just authority, but friendship, and there's kind of other different things that go into that. I'm not going to explain them all to you because I want to kind of go into how that is working specifically in your Discord, where you're having adults interact with minors. Now, this is one of the most major things, right? You're having adults interact with minors. I'm not asking about age regression, because honestly speaking, if we're being very, very real, if you're going to do that, then you're being just a tad bit ableist, right? Which is something that you say that Kiwi Farms is doing, because what you're then insinuating that people who may have some kind of mental deficiency or anything like that, because this is the lines of logic that you're putting out. No, this is the lines of logic.
Mentally disabled. I'm saying those are separate categories. Those are separate cases.
Okay.
It could be the case that the person is age regressing, or separately, it could be the case that the person is delayed. I don't know.
But that's what but see, that's the thing, bud. You don't know. You don't know what's going on in your Discord.
No one knows for sure, because I'm not a nanny state.
Okay, you're not a nanny state. Yeah, because because you're allowed.
Let me talk about what you said about grooming. And I really find that definition of grooming that you're using against me as probabilistic evidence of criminal or unconsensual, as in
Bro, slow down. You can't even get the words out. How quickly you have to make the lie up in your head. Slow down, buddy.
The lack of free will. I want to say, like,
listen. I'm explaining to you what it looks like is going on in your Discord server, and I'm not trying to talk sense into you. I'm not trying to talk sense into you. I'm just showing you evidence of what's going on in your Discord server. However, it seems that the answers to it, right? That the answers that are going on that you provide, sometimes, oh, I can't police this. Sometimes, oh, we have a mod chat, but it's just for rating. And sometimes you're like, oh, well, if we did hear about like something that's going on, maybe we'll take action. Because it sounds like a lot like to me. It sounds like a lot to me that you are running in circles. It's okay. You can run in circles. It's perfectly fine. Because it's very obvious that you're struggling with this, and it's okay. I get it. You probably haven't received a lot of kickback for some of these things. Probably haven't had people investigate you like this.
It's okay. I'm completely. I welcome any investigation.
Okay, that's totally fine. I don't think I will say that. I will say this with the most honest of truest things. Those are words you probably don't want to say, as well as the fact that you are.
I'm always going to keep being honest.
Yeah. So I don't doubt that you're being honest. I don't doubt that you're being honest and truthful in these scenarios. But I'm going to be very frank. I do think that you need help. I think that you need some time off the internet. Don't take my advice. I don't personally care. There's more of which that I have. I'll probably go into it after we end our conversation. There's a lot more going on in the Discord server than you would like to admit. Things I'm not going to show. You are potentially allowing minors to share photos of themselves in and around adults. That's stuff I'm not going to be putting out on my
channel.
Yes. So you're allowing adults and minors to interact in this way.
Hold on. Let me push back on that.
Which by the way, listen, I can mute you. I can mute you if I need to. Which by the way, breaks the terms of service for Discord.
No. Not true. Not
Oh,
true.
I see.
And
No, it doesn't break the terms of service to have these things happen on Discord. No, having adults groom minors doesn't break TOS. Force. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There'll be more.
let me explain.
I
Let me
see.
explain.
So
First
what
of all,
you're saying is that this is
No,
none
you don't
of
know what I'm
this.
saying because you don't let me speak.
Okay.
Can I speak?
Okay.
So now let's speak.
You've got 30 seconds.
Oh my god, it's like you're asking me to talk faster than you're saying.
I am.
Yes, that's what happens when you're in this thing called the hot seat. What? What happened? What's all that, bub? You said that you were mentally agile. Come on, get it out.
Well, must be nice to be the mod, or the host, so okay.
Capitalist. Go on about it.
It's not against the Discord terms of service on the selfies, because all those selfies, not a single one of those contains a nude photo of a minor. Now, there is nothing in the Discord terms of service that says adults and minors cannot interact. You are saying that it is suspicious that I allow free access of interaction between adults and minors, that I lower inhibition towards sexual in all conversations as an uncensored server between adults and minors. Well, let me ask you this. Say it's 100 years ago, and someone is opening
Hey,
a news thing between men and women.
Hey. We're gonna do this. I had somebody come on this before. I had somebody come on this before we tried this shit.
It's
So
an
we do not. We live. What year do we live in? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. What's today's date?
Today's date, 2023. You can skip this
No.
out.
What's today's? It's not 2023. If it's 20, if you think it's 2023, you need to go to the emergency room. I think you're having a
Okay,
stroke.
really quickly.
So today
2024.
is 2024. You know where you are right now, right? You're
I know where I
I
am.
assume you're in your home, correct?
I will not answer that assumption.
I assume you are somewhere safe. I will assume you're somewhere safe.
I'm somewhere where I can speak freely.
Okay, that is not a problem. You don't need to be in your home. I don't give 3 shits about that. But we are
Yeah, that's
talking.
fine.
We are here. We are here in today's world. We are here in today's time. We live by today's laws, right? I will tell you this.
Not for
There is. If you're going to go back 100 years, you're not going to win the argument. But what I'm telling you right now is there's a reason why you're being investigated. There's a reason why you're being looked into. There's a lot of things that are going on, and it sounds like to me, personally, that you. How do I express this in the most succinct way possible? You seem to think that people don't know who you really are. You seem to think that they assume a lot about you. But I'll be very honest, someone who allows minors to talk to adults, to share images of themselves with
Like
adults.
social media. This happens all the time on Instagram, by the way.
This is
Let's use Instagram also.
This is your private server. This is your private. Remember, whose server? Can I ask a question? When you go to the server, let me ask you. When you go to the server, when you click on it, who is the server owner? Who's the server owner?
I am the server.
That's right. You're the server owner. So then the onus would be on you if a crime happened in your server, right? If you facilitated, not saying that you are, right? It very much looks like it, but I'm not accusing you of a crime. But if you, in your server, had the ability and allowed it to transpire, there is responsibility, right? Just like if in my own home I allowed the crime to take place and I helped facilitate it in any way, be it my individual, be it my having it here or not. It's a yes or no answer. Please do not expand upon it.
Okay.
Is it yes or no? Am I culpable if I allow a crime in my home and just be like, I can turn a blind eye? Yes or no?
If someone due to negligence allows that to happen, then they are at fault legally.
So then your negligence.
Wrong. And I'm gonna explain
No. It's not wrong. I don't care what you have. Personally, I don't care what you have to say. I'm gonna be very real, and it's okay. I did bring you on to an interview because I asked you to answer these things, but you seem to not be answering them right away.
I'm trying to answer.
Okay, I will let you answer. So you're saying that it's not neglect if it happens in your server.
So let me say first of all that the one thing that you do raise is that I need to be more proactive against blackmail and against doxing, whether it's the minor doxing the adult or the adult doxing the minor. I will resolve the proactive of that both ways.
I gotta head out.
Both ways.
He needs me.
And so second of all, you say that
No problem.
The rest of this.
No problem.
I'm facilitating a crime to happen when I allow free interaction between minors and adults. But here's the
Free interaction between minors and adults. I did it again. Free interactions between minors and adults. Come on, man.
Here's another thing. Couldn't you say that I'm also facilitating a crime in terms of the probabilistic degree of risk if I allow men and women to have interactions with each other? Because obviously, if a man is talking to a woman,
Yes. When men are nearby women, they just can't help themselves. The raping fever takes over. How could you have forgotten about the raping fever?
There's a higher risk of rape than if they didn't talk at all. And so obviously, if a minor is talking to adult, there's a higher risk that the minor could rape the adult or that the adult could rape the minor. It go both ways. And we can't just deprive ourselves of any risk at all and put everyone in their own little cubicles where no different social group can talk to a different social group. Because that leads to a stagnating society, not a progressive one.
So in your Discord, right? This is to your beliefs and to your status. So if you have rules and regulations and moderation in your Discord, right? There are certain things that uphold you. You're saying that you're doing this thing. Now, can I ask you a question? I'm going to ask you a very real question. Do you believe in your server, or just in general, do you believe that the onus is on the minor, or do you believe the onus is on the adult in that scenario when talking with one another? You said that there's... You said that you would be aware of... And I took it down, so I do want to just highlight it, right? You said that you would be aware of blackmail in your server, right? And you would crack down on that.
Stop blackmail. Yes, I'm going to crack down on it. I don't believe in going against people's free will.
So do you believe that the child in this scenario would be blackmailing the adult?
I believe that it's possible that an individual child might blackmail an individual adult. And so in an individual situation, I'm going to want to be proactive in my server to stop both cases, both ways of a violation of free will occurring. Common sense.
Okay. So then my question to you is that...
Women can rape men too. It does happen.
My question to you is that do you have a specific example of this occurring in your server, or more adeptly, have you been a victim of this in the past?
I have not been a victim of blackmail of the form of robbing me of my free will. And to my best efforts, which they are good efforts, I have not seen any blackmail in my server. And I'm not just blinding my eyes to blackmail either. I don't do that kind of thing. There's an open door policy, so if I blinded myself, someone else would see it. And so I don't want there to be anything that goes against my moral principles in my own server, which is a violation of free will. So no.
And so how many moderators do you have in your server? Let's actually go with that.
Well, I know that I have 71 Sarah, Foster U, which is a reasonable ratio for a server that is not even that big yet.
So wait. 71 Sarah, the individual that you confirmed is a minor, correct?
I did not confirm anything. I said that my friend Foster knows this person IRL, and I do not personally know whether this person is underage or not. But I do know that this person is effective in their capability to stop blackmail, and he was someone who was ideologically coherent and capable.
Okay.
So that's why I selected them.
So you have 2 moderators, is that correct?
At least 2, and there may be a third. I can't recall.
You have...
How many members do I have?
Approximately 100.
Approximately 100. Okay. A ton of servers like Vosh and Kepler's server have a lower ratio.
You're comparing yourself to Vosh and Keffels. Stop. Stop right there. You're comparing yourself to Vosh and Keffels. You've already fucked up.
Well, we're just not talking about them.
These moderators are super active.
So we're not talking about them. We're talking about you. So I just want to keep
in my server. They're active.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to pivot. My moderators are super active, and I believe that even if you believe that the ratio is too small, due to their heightened activity, it more than makes up for it. They are clearly in sufficient capability to be able to vigilantly and proactively stop blackmail and violation of free will in my server.
So from your understanding, you have at least 2 moderators. Again, you do not know the exact number of moderators that you have in your server?
I'm open to getting more. I'm open to getting more.
You're open to getting more.
Arises. If the need arises.
And of those moderators, one of which you cannot confirm is underage, and this is an individual that has reached out to someone asking them if they had an underage girlfriend.
So there is no blackmail there.
Okay, but again, I am just confirming that the individual...
These are factual events. These are factual events, yes.
These are all factual events that I'm speaking of.
Okay.
And the fact that at the end of the day, you did have somebody... You have someone who we have now discussed was a weird individual in your... that has reached out to somebody. And so my question to you is, there are certain things... So you're talking about rape. You would consider rape a crime, correct?
Yes, and I believe it should be a crime.
You believe that
rape of a human? Yes.
Yes, rape of a human. And
yes.
I know you have very specific feelings on zoophilia, which I definitely am not going to dig into at this point right now. But there's something very interesting that when you say that, so you speak.
What's interesting?
You say that, right?
Okay.
So my question to you is, what would you do if you had individuals in your server speaking about rape, not just the wall of rape, but thinking about the act of it? And very much thinking about it in a way that is very bad.
It's very bad. Well, I believe that if people have their own individual vices, they should have a safe space where they could, like church, where there was a confessional. You go over to confess, oh, I'm feeling this thing. I believe it's a vice. What can I do that's actionable in my situation because I have this vice in my thinking? And so if that is really happening as a safe space, I want to foster this kind of discussion without actually encouraging, oh, let's rape this person over there. I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow, oh, let's...
Of course, let's encourage us to have a nice open field discussion about how do we assault them. That's not what the fuck you know is being said, you absolute manglelord. want to flip these kings.
Let's go in real life and rape this person. If someone said, let's go in real life and rape this person, I'm not going to allow that.
So,
if someone is talking about rape as a safe space for their own struggles, that's fine to me.
So I have here on the screen a message in yours, in your forum, right? So we have an individual, the gayest of man, has talked again. Gotta wait 5 years. This is just in reference to things. Gotta wait 5 years, and I can legally move out on my own without my grandma calling the cops, which would indicate that obviously this person is probably a minor, right? We've confirmed that. Let's see. She still might. She's the type.
Say this person could be a NEET. Probabilistically, okay, but necessarily
sure. Okay, let's.
It's probably.
We're gonna go over this. We're gonna go over this. All right.
Okay.
I have what rape fantasies do you have? From Foster U. So this is one of your mods, correct? Foster U is one of your mods? Yes or no?
Sure, and yes, this is the technique used in talk therapy.
Okay. So this is one of your mods, encouraging this kind of conversation. Just want to know. Does rape I've raped? Okay. What was that? I'm sorry.
Someone who is providing therapy and mental health support by allowing people to express.
Okay. So in what way?
Therapy and mental health support is when you ask somebody, "Hey, yo, let's talk about some fantasies you've been having about assaulting creatures, girl."
Hello. You just said some magic words. We'll get back to this one. What do you mean by they're offering therapy and mental health support? Are they? Come back. You said something very interesting. Are you saying that Foster for You is offering therapy to these individuals? Are you saying that your server is supposed to be therapeutic?
I'm saying that the collective open nature of my server is meant as a general safe space, where discussions that will be censored and tabooed and downvoted in other places of the internet, where people can say like, okay, this is what I think, what can I do in my own life? Or they can say like, oh, I feel this way, and I want someone to talk about these feelings that I have.
So wouldn't that also be therapy? Like actual private one-on-one therapy?
That might have a therapeutic effect, but tons of things.
So how do you know that your server? Sorry for interrupting you, but it's kind of the point I'm getting at. How do you know that your server is offering a similar therapeutic effect to actual one-on-one therapy sessions and things like that?
I cannot compare this to the focused and directed individual attention of an individual, compassionate, and non-judgment therapist who has a degree or whatever. I can't compare that to the individual effect. However, I know that giving people a safe space makes them feel like they don't have to hide who they are inside. And so I believe that if you're censoring, I believe that if you are gay in the 1900s and you don't have anyone to talk about it with, I believe that's going to cause you psychological stress. And so by having a safe space for gay people, like in the past, is going to do a service to the community.
But you described it. You described it as therapy. You said that they were offering you described it when defending it.
I meant to say therapeutic.
Therapeutic, but when you again, therapeutic implies that there is intent. We are talking about people that want to abuse children. We are talking about people who want to harm ex-partners, as this person is saying, as this person is expressing that they want to rape, they've raped their ex in ERP a handful of times. Now, I don't know if you know what scaffolding or flooding are. I don't believe you know a lot of therapeutic techniques. This is not one. This is like a Freudian thing that nobody does anymore. You're talking about something that nobody does anymore, right? But I honestly, so Freudian, sorry.
No, not Freudian, but scaffolding.
Scaffolding, things like that. Like,
how is that being applied here?
My friend, they would be flooding themselves with the idea of rape, in the idea that the safe space would decrease those behaviors. Now, I understand that you don't understand this, but in this setting, you and I can both agree that this safe space is only going to promote it, right? You're comparing predators to regular people, right? You're comparing those who have paraphilias of violence to regular people.
Well, if you look further in the context of this conversation, one of the people who attended him said, what's so hard? You can just not act on this in real life. And if you
What's so hard? You can just not do it. Bro, that's hard. Just don't rape IRL like you do in fiction. Oh. Listen, bro, I know you did it all the time in ERP, but what's so hard, bro? Like, bro, just don't touch their supple skin in public, bro. Come on! You made it sound like this is something endemic to your fucking nature. What are you, a pig? Real shit, real fucking shit. Under the jail. So you'll be buried. You must marry a skeleton in the jail.
If you scroll down, you should be able to find that message.
But you know what's really interesting though? This is your mod promoting this conversation.
He's not promoting. Where did he promote? He was asking questions.
What is the character like? What's the scene?
What's your experience? How can we help you? Yes, this is called. Yes, the reason for doing this is so that if you understand someone's motivations, if you understand what is driving someone to a vice, you can help best combat them.
But how do you know? But how you can't?
They followed up with another video, but I think it's probably the most heinous thing he said so far in any of these videos. If you understand the motivation, then
is so that if you understand someone's motivations, if you understand what is driving someone to a vice, you can help best combat them.
But how do you know?
You can best combat their vice to and be therapeutic. And just to be fair, Andes, let's throw therapeutic in there. I actually don't need it for them. This sentence right here. This sentence right here. This sentence is probably the most heinous sentence so far that has been penned from the timestamps and proven in the interaction thus far. This one right here. This right here is probably the worst part so far. Why is it the worst part? If I understand their motivations, then you can best combat their vice. Let's approach this from Whore's position, and let's approach this from Knight's position. Earlier, in chat, it's way back up there. It's way back up there. British Knight explained that this is what causes societies to rot. You cannot teach these things out of people. It is impossible. The willingness to defend these things and express it. Why is it not here? And express them. Here it is. Found it. And express them. This is why societies rot and crumble. Because you have people who are trying to debate that yes, I can purge this out of them. This right here. Right here. This is the crux of this person's issues. They think that they can like they believe that they can be able to work out the sin from them. Like you can pray the gay away. My man, it might sound like it's a choice, but this kind of degeneracy, this kind of defense that you're running, it's not a choice. They might choose to do them, but it's not a choice. And allowing them to have any room to be in society and do this, let alone having adults groom minors and lie about their age to have access to them in conversations with them under your supervision in your audience. And you're claiming that you're doing it so that you can understand the motivations means you are as bad as them. And worse, because they are trying to find ways to facilitate their interaction with the child. You are assisting them in facilitating it, and then you're hiding your hands, and then acting like you fucking debate Andy Spurg when you're confronted about it, when you were talking your bravado beforehand. You deserve everything that's happening to you.
But how are you trained in that?
Are we trained in that? We can do a reasonable effort as individuals, and we can learn through practice.
So you're learning, wait, so you're learning through...
Didn't even go to school. I'm learning through practice. I'm learning how to end up allowing people to get groomed through practice, bro. Bro, come on, bro. Bro, let me get away with doing this shit. I'm so smart. I'm smarter than everybody else around me. I'm so intelligent. I'm so intelligent.
Through practice. You are learning.
We don't claim to know everything about everything. We want to keep getting better to help more people because nobody started from zero. Everyone has to start somewhere.
I see.
This is advice that you give people about video games. This is not advice you give to people about how to be able to better run a fucking server.
Is this something you want to do with your free life? Like, is therapy what you want to do?
My main objective is not therapy.
No. I'm asking about. No. Hold up. I'm asking about real goals in your life.
Okay, so let me talk about my real goals in my life. My real goals in my life are I might have to get like an actual job, but my actual job would likely not be therapy. So what my real goals in my life, ideally, as my dream job, would be to be a YouTuber who goes over these issues rationally. And
you want to be a YouTuber. You allow pedophiles in your server. You allow grooming to happen in your server. And you say you want to be a streamer. You're on your way, I guess.
Debunks people who try to censor people, and I would be doing rational argument as my
debunk.
But you have to
Rationalization.
So rationalization. I reject that term.
So,
but you may continue.
No. You said rationalization. I'm repeating.
Rational arguments.
Rational arguments. Okay. But you hold no degree. You hold no understanding of the concepts that you're saying.
I studied philosophy.
You studied philosophy.
Yeah.
You studied philosophy. Therefore, this means I can allow the child to get groomed. Why aren't you understanding, bro?
I believe that it's incredibly general and applicable.
So
it's logical thinking skills.
So you've studied the philosophy. You haven't studied the science. You haven't studied the logistics. You've never really studied legality. You've read research.
I know about the legality. I've researched on the science. Look at Robert Epstein, Teen 2.0. That's one of the kinds of research I did about biology.
My friend.
Of course, you never read about this material, so it figures that you're trying to.
Why would I want to read about this material, my friend? You're promoting. You are promoting. Not only are you promoting, you are supporting people acting out their paraphilias. You're allowing minors in your space. I
support free will.
In your space, you're allowing minors to be in that space.
Yeah,
you're allowing adults to interact with minors.
I allow men and women to interact.
Men and women. Okay.
And obviously the men might. It's probabilistically
they're children.
The man will be the one raping the woman.
They are children.
So you're talking about what's.
They are children. We're not doing semantics. We're not going to go into your. You believe that. You believe that children should be able to be prostitutes, escorts, and models of a sexual variety, which you told me.
True, but
that's no. I have the explanation.
You allow children to be models. Let's hear that again. Clearly, I do. I didn't hear that. Let's hear it again.
Okay.
And obviously, the men might. It's probabilistically
they're children.
The man will be the one raping the woman.
They are children.
So you're talking about what's.
They are children. We're not doing semantics. We're not going to go into your. You believe that. You believe that children should be able to be prostitutes, escorts, and models of a sexual variety, which you told me.
True, that's true, but
that's I have the explanation in DMs. We will go over those.
Please do.
I'm going to go over it on stream when you're not here.
So that's just being dishonest.
No, it's not being dishonest.
Okay, it's your show.
It's your show. Yes,
you're welcome to do that.
Thank you for letting me know it's my show. But the reason I brought you on it is more because of a lot of what you're doing in your Discord. You seem I'm not gonna lie. You seem very upset about a lot of things that I'm asking you. I'm asking you to answer for a server that you run. I'm asking you to answer for a lot of the things that you are a part of, and it seems. You answered in a way that is straw manning a lot of arguments, saying, "Oh, but what about this scenario? What about that scenario?" No, I'm asking about your scenario, right? If you cannot ascertain if grooming would be taking place in your server, nor do you have any way of
proactive action. Same as any other server.
You have proactive action. The proactive action would be not having minors in your Discord server.
Okay, the proactive action for women not getting raped would be to ban women from every Discord server.
Come back.
Okay, my situation.
Come back. Don't do it.
I'm going to talk about my situation.
I'm allowing you to talk about your situation, but what I'm saying is that if you're going to continue to divert, right? Listen, this is an interview. I do want you to ask questions. I told you I was going to ask you difficult questions, but again, I'm asking you to ascertain, how do you know that you can effectively police grooming in your server? How can you effectively do that? You've been deflecting since the beginning.
Okay, so let me answer that.
Okay, go on.
How do I know that I would be able to effectively prevent the violation of free will in my server between any two people? And to that I would say, if someone, I'm going to institute a report system where people can do anonymous reports in my Discord server, where if someone wants to report, hey, this person is violating my free will, and I want to send a report in, I'm going to put in a ticket system. I'm going to put in also a Google form where people can anonymously report these kind of things.
A Google form. Dial 1-800 I've been touched. Hello, how may I help you? I've been groomed in your Discord server. Please hold your call. A Discord kitten will be on standby to help you through your cope and seethe. A dial switchboard. The effect and function of a dialed switchboard is your fucking answer.
If I have that infrastructure set up, I believe that people will be able to stop it, that there won't be violations of free will in my server. So that's what I'm going to do. And thank you, actually, for bringing to me the suggestion to make my server even better than what it already is. Thank you for that.
What a spin. What a fucking spin. Thank you for bringing my fuck up to my attention. Now let me proceed to not use any of this advice to improve the shit that's happening on my fucking watch. Truly. Outstanding. Fucking outstanding. What a hero. A hero to you and me, chat.
So what you're telling me is that you're instituting rules into your server.
I'm instituting an anonymous report policy, and the only rule is the non-aggression policy. So I'm going to institute reports if the non-aggression policy is violated.
I see. And again, I guess my question to you is why are you so adamant about children, people under the age of 18, being in your Discord? Why are you so adamant? Wouldn't you be able to create the same type of safe space for just over 18 people? Why is it so important for under 18 to be there?
That's like saying let's try to make a safe space for queer people without trans people.
Let's try to make a safe space for queer people and not trans people. Because you see, Dan, it's really important. It is really important that they maintain access to those things that they shouldn't be getting access to. It is extremely important. It is voraciously important that we gish gallop this shit. Listen, bro. Imagine a child.
That's not the same.
You're excluding the group who's the most marginalized.
That's not the same.
I believe that group is the most marginalized and the most censored in today's society. Come back. I'm going to defend that group.
Come back. Not the same. Not the same. Right. You're saying the adults are, but children are not. Children don't identify with that sexuality. They don't identify as adult sexual, right?
They can make their own choices. They want to join an uncensored server.
But what I'm asking you is, why did you not just create a server for adults only to talk about these types of things, right? Why do children have to be in the server?
Because I don't believe in separating groups. Like, if there's a support group for men who...
I don't believe in separating groups. I don't believe in separating groups is your answer. Listen, I have to have the child there to potentially get groomed because I don't believe in separating children from their groomers. I believe that children are victims. Groom them well and let them fuck up everything. Look at all the beauty that they have inside. Give them a sense of shame to make it difficult. Let the children's terror remind you all this person is an adult. I decided long ago never to groom in anyone's shadow.
Have unfortunate tendencies towards rape, like violence. I'm not going to say, okay, you should never speak to a woman in your life ever. No, I want them to learn how to speak with women in a way that does not violate their free will. And so, if anything, you can think of my server as sort of a training ground.
But what about the men? What about the men that are being violated?
How people function in society without violating the non-aggression principle.
And again, my question to you is this, and I feel like it's still not being answered. Why? No. You're setting up essentially, you're setting up a pseudo training ground at this point for people to.
I did answer your question.
Understand? I understand, but again,
a new tradition, exclusive to only the Gerudo. Post Tears of the Kingdom. The Gerudo Breeding Ground! We're at 1:11:49. Feel free to come back in. Oh, my chest. The Gerudo Breeding Ground. Bring them into the Gerudo affiliated Discord server and let them be groomed by men and women of multiple accounts and degrees. We're exactly at 1:11:49. We've gotten to the point where he's telling him that you've made a breeding ground and a training ground for grooming. Because he has to have kids in his server. This man is Discord kitten maxing is what he's doing. He is maximizing his distance as a groomer server. He is not the zaddy. He is the grand zaddy. He is the grand zaddy of grooming. Ain't no server party like ain't no server party like a dance craft party.
The children in your server exist, right? This could exist without them. What I'm trying to get at is that you want this to be a thing, right? But that is quite literally groomer mentality. And again, I'm going to ask you a question that I need to understand before we actually continue with this sentiment. Have you had these types of illicit conversations with minors?
No, wrong. I have not progressed to the stage of romantic conversation with a single minor in my life as an individual, me.
So it's something you wouldn't do?
I personally do not have that paraphilia.
Okay, so if that's not something you would do, you're still allowing it.
Yes, in the same way that I would allow other minorities as well.
But they're not. Listen, I'm going to be very honest. Stop using the word minority.
I'm helping the people. I'm helping the people.
How are you helping them? Are any of your mods? Are you trained in helping individuals with these kind of paraphilia? Some of which are very violent.
We're going to keep getting better at it, and we're the only ones making an effort to keep getting better at it.
You're the only ones.
So the answer is no.
So you're the only ones who are doing that.
We're the only ones who allows free expression in a way that only to not violate non-aggression principle.
You're the only ones helping them, right? You're saying that you're helping them get better by interacting with minors. I'm not violating the non-aggression principle. Okay, what I'm asking you is this. Come on, let's not.
Safe and not
You're allowing them to get better at what?
Not violating the non-aggression principle, and learning to treat with people, including the objects of their paraphilias, which are children, in a way that does not cause them harm or something unconsensual as in a violation of their will.
So you're admitting that it's a paraphilia?
Click, 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 click.
One's helping them, right? You're saying that you're helping them get better by interacting with minors. I'm not violating the non-aggression principle. Okay, what I'm asking you is this. Come on, let's not.
Safe and not
You're allowing them to get better at what?
Not violating the non-aggression principle, and learning to treat with people, including the objects of their paraphilias, which are children in this case, in a way that does not cause them harm or something unconsensual as in a violation of their will.
So you're admitting that it's a paraphilia?
It's paraphilia. It may be a paraphilia, it may be a sexuality. There are different cases. For some people, being gay is a paraphilia. I can't make prescriptions about 100% of people's individual experiences, but I know for some it is a paraphilia, for some it is sexuality.
But the children can't consent.
You're talking about legal consent. I'm talking about what someone freely wishes to do uncoerced. So please don't pivot and conflate like that.
But children can't consent. You're talking about you're talking about legality. So you're talking about legality. You would also.
Children can't consent, you fucking retard! We're the only ones helping them to get better at hiding in plain sight. Bro, they have a paraphilia. They experience intense sexual arousal to people, places, things, fantasies, behaviors, and individuals. I'm teaching them how to blend into society. You're making the wolves in sheep's clothing! You are making them! It's a fucking floor! It's a fucking floor! Oh! You're so smart! You don't know what aphilia is, you dumbass! These are real people. They live in society. Just like you and me. They live in society. We live in society. They need to live under the society.
You'll have to understand then, right? You would also have to understand then how brain development works, right?
And I debunk this argument.
She did not abandon us in our hour of need. She had responsibilities that she had to go to Ace.
Brother in Christ, I'm going to tell you, you ain't smart enough to debunk any of these arguments. I'm being very nice.
I talked about this in my DMs.
I know that you talked about this. No. I'm telling you this right now. You are not debunking anything. I'm going to be very real. Because you are talking about how they are... You're saying that they're going to do these types of things. Thank you, British Runner. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Just refresh.
You're allowing the proliferation of a paraphilia with individuals who are not consenting. Do these
Paraphilia is homosexuality.
do these minors know that you're doing that?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to put my philosophy public on my server for
So
everyone
you're
to
saying
see.
that you're
I'm gonna do it publicly. I'm gonna post it publicly for everybody to see. And everybody will know. Everybody will know.
saying that you're having. So then what you're saying is that you're having conversations with the minors. So what you're saying is that you're having conversations with the minors
I'm
about
going to put it on my Discord. No, I'm saying that I'm going to put it in my announcements channel, and I'm going to put it in my Discord channel, so that people who are in the server and people who want to join it can make their own individual choice as to what kind of community they want to be in.
Okay,
if
so
they want to go back to Reddit with censorship, then they can go back to Reddit. That's their own.
So you want to know? So what is your not? So your ideal Discord is not against rules. Let me know what's going to happen. Let me know. What do you want in your ideal Discord? What is the thing that you need?
Non-aggression principle, people can express themselves openly without moderators or people in staff encouraging violations of the NAP, and also, there's going to be a proactive moderation in the case of reports and actively banning of people who have been shown to violate the non-aggression principle. And if someone...
In my world, I will have a place that allows people to commit actions and violence. And then, when the actions and violence happen, because the person has failed to follow the don't commit crimes policy, then I will give a shit! Then their problem is concerned to me. Pay no attention to the color of my skin, for I am not one of those. How dare you even imply that, sir? Sir, I find that offensive. The idea of an aggressor that could lie knowingly and willingly, I find that offensive. Patooey, patooey. Patooey, patooey, patooey. Patooey.
makes an anonymous report, hey, I believe this person is violating the non-aggression principle, we're going to do an investigation into that person with regards to violations of NAP. That's my ideal Discord server.
And so, like, things like, for instance, Shoda, right? Let's just say, for instance, in things like that would be showed in the Discord. That is something that you're okay with? That those are things, or any kind of, let's just say, as we discussed in our DMs, I asked you your feelings on CSAM materials as well as CP. Is that what you're saying you want in your Discord? Yes or no?
No pornography allowed in my server.
So
there is no explicit hardcore pornography. No, there might be lewd images, okay, but there are lewd images of queer, gay, trans people, and also there might be Shoda lewd in my server.
So it's only if it's man on man. Only when a man loves a man, when a man loves a man, when a man loves a man. He only likes it when a man loves a man, when a man loves a man. Ooh. Every time he opens his mouth, every time he opens his mouth, every time he opens his mouth, he just keeps digging. Every single sentence is digging. Also, welcome. You have made it into the notes. You have made it into the notes. And because you have made it into the notes, it makes it even funnier. Congratulations. Congratulations. Look at it this way. You're in the notes for a good reason, not a bad reason. Oh, okay. So, we've got ourselves a sympathizer of pedophiles, assaulters, rapists, because I don't need to use borrow words. I'm on three websites at once. I don't need to use borrow words. You are a defender of 3 types of criminal assault class, and a 4th type that assaults animals. You believe that by bringing them into a server, you can try to work it out of them, despite the fact that these recurring feelings would violate the concept of the non-aggression principle inherently. And in the inherent destruction of that violation principle, you are expecting people to believe that you have anything close to the ability to describe, discuss, and understand why this is a fucking problem. And then you expect us to know that you can handle dealing with this, despite demonstrating with your philosophy and principle that you don't understand how to deal with this. Because you believe that people don't lie. and that people don't lie to get access to the things that they want. And that people don't lie to get access to the things that they want without a risk that they have to go through. You absolute cretin. You absolute cretin of a man. My wife got her tooth pulled. You believe that you and your methodology of the equivalent of a bell that jingles on a door when you open a storefront is better than a weapon underneath the counter. You believe that a curative is better than a preventative, and that the lightest preventative in the history of any preventative is better in any regard than just not letting it happen. Truthfully, this is the most Euclidean wisdom that only MC Escher could paint on a wall.
But there is no hardcore pornography.
What was that? There's no what in your server? You almost said it.
There is no hardcore pornography in my server.
No. But what did you say before? You almost said it. It starts with a P. It starts with a P. What did you say?
A lewd fictional.
No. You said a word with a P and an E. What did you say?
I said pedophilia, but
there you go. See, so then you recognize pedophilia is a real thing.
In the same way that people, like in relation to sexuality, people's sexuality is going to affect their consumption of pornography.
Right, and also comparing to gay individuals, really not the own you think it is, because again, that's not how this works. Being gay is not a paraphilia. We've discussed that. I do have instances of Shota being shown in, and now it is lewd, but I do have it. I'm not going to pull it up on my stream per se, but I do have it. It's there. In your Discord.
But a shirt, like his shirt is like half raised. It doesn't even show.
So you know that the shirt is half raised. Okay. So this non-aggression clause, you want things to be able to be shared. You're going to crack down. You're going to make sure there is a self-report state. But now, but now it sounds like what you're saying is that the children can't consent because you wouldn't allow sexual images in your Discord.
I don't allow sexual images because of my personal preferences. I just think pornography is kind of gross, and I don't want that in my server.
Okay.
Where it activates
wait.
I think that pornography is icky. Can't you understand that I think pornography is icky? Therefore, I should not be held to these standards? Why are you pressing me like this? This isn't my house. Who are you people?
You're infringing on their free speech. You're infringing on. That's not very freedom of you. That you're infringing on their free speech.
People are free to. Okay, so I'm banning pornography and I also ban spam. I'm trying to. No, I'm maximizing with positive freedom people's free speech. Because when people are posting hardcore pornography, they're not thinking with their brain.
He triggered him. He triggered him, and now he's saying the words. Truly, only the weirdest of the weird from the internet. Only the weirdest of the weird. It can't get no weirder than this.
Brains. They're thinking with their second brain, or in some cases their third brain, and that's why I want to serve where people can have intellectual.
Third brain? I only have half a brain. Man, how did your mom let you have more brains?
Discussion and honest, open, and personal, heartfelt discussion.
Okay.
And so perhaps a confinement of a separate and very isolated.
Chat, heartfelt. It's heartfelt. Heartfelt. Gotta have heartfelt discussions of how we're grooming the kids in the server. Listen, bro. Listen, low. Listen. My dingle is better than your dingle.
Food and not pornographic channel. I will never and will not allow hardcore pornography in my server.
So you would. So just as an identification, and I would like to know, you would allow individuals. You would allow a minor to share lewd images of themselves in a specific channel.
I was talking about cartoon images, like.
But you do have a selfies area in your Discord, correct?
Okay, so
you have a selfies area in your Discord, correct?
Anything that is safe for work, if people want to freely express, hey, I'm wearing this new fanboy bunny cat maid outfit, then that's okay, as long as it's non-sexual. If it's just people's free expression, trying to be themselves.
Well, how do you define the non-sexual nature of it? You said that you don't care for the porn. You said that it's a lewd. By that definition, you are defining the sexuality of that. If we're gonna do that, and they're not just cartoons, because the anime images and things like that are part of the paraphilia.
No, on the image board that it was posted, it had the tag lewd, and so I'm not making a value judgment here. I'm referring to the factual content of what was posted. That factually it was categorized as lewd.
Okay, but my question to you is, and you still have not answered it.
I'm gonna answer it.
You,
Please say.
what I'm asking to you is, if a minor, an individual under the age of 18, that is legally a minor, is posting images. Again, you have people that are claiming that they are 13 years old in your server, are posting images of themselves in lewd poses. Again, that can still be sexually compromised poses, right? You would allow that because if you didn't, it would be infringement of their free speech. Or are you saying now that serendipitously you've decided on a moderation status?
It's on moderation status. Okay, so with regards to the question of whether or not I'm going to allow. Hold on, can I just get some water?
No, yeah, get some water, get some.
God, can I have some water? You're kind of grilling me a little bit. It's too hard. I'm getting dehydrated. My mouth been open for so long. I can't. It's just so hard. Mr. Man, you're putting it in my butthole a little bit too deep now. You gotta go a little bit more shallow. That's more my speed.
Some water. Oh yeah, drink some water. Chat, thank you very much for sticking around. For the people who have subscribed or donated, thank you very much. We'll be going over the comments later.
Okay, thank you, Dasani, for sponsoring this video. So now let me get back to the actual question.
Man drinks Dasani. Here in this house, we're a great value home. Truly. Truly. I'm gonna leave the other way. We're a great value home in this home. Because when I want to get my entertainment, I get it the same way I get my groceries. At Wally World. And YouTube is the Wally World of the internet. And I am the Kroger's.
Does it count as me enforcing a moderation policy beyond the non-aggression principle with regard to
well, that's not the first question. The first question is this. The first question, if we can come back to it, is, are you allowing, then, under your non-aggression policy, are you allowing minors to post themselves in lewd scenarios, as we have both defined, or as I'm defining, the fact that lewd can mean a bunch of different things and still be sexually compromised poses? Would you allow that? Or are you allowing that under your non-aggression policy?
Well, so far, so the very zeroth thing I want to talk about is that there haven't been any instances of this yet. But
I'm asking you if you would.
Yeah, I know. Yes. Would I allow such a thing? And my question is, it would have to be the same policy for both minors and adults.
Don't answer a question with the question I'm asking you. So if you allow the adults to do so, you would allow the minors to do so.
Yes, but I'm thinking that I just might not allow anyone to do it because I don't want it to turn into an e-dating server. I want it to turn into.
But you turn it
therapeutic server.
So again, you keep saying a therapeutic server. None of you are trained in therapy, bud.
We're training. We're in the process of training.
How are you training? What are your credentials? In the state that you live in?
You're conflating formal education with
no. In the state that
real world experience.
You have real world experience of being a pedophile?
No.
You have I'm asking you the question. Do you have real world experience of being a pedophile or talking with pedos?
My moderators do not. I'm saying as in first-hand experience on the internet, as in talking to people and understanding their situations and validating them and trying to get them to a better place in life, as gauged via their Discord statuses, internet conversation.
Getting them to a better place in their life where they can groom children. Man alive.
How they're feeling on a day. And yes, that is art form of training. So first-hand training.
That is not art form training. You would need formal training. There's a reason why people go to school to be therapists, counselors, things like that.
I'm not saying formal training is bad. Formal training can help.
No, but you don't have the formal training. So listen, if the internet is your training, I do not know what to tell you, man. I'm gonna be honest. The internet is not the training that you think it is.
And this is what I'm gonna do about it. You raise a valid point, and this is what I'm gonna do about it. We're gonna recruit people with our open-minded and our philosophy who have formal training, because this can only help us in our mission. And so yes, we are.
Yes, they surely want to be able to go to the Groom IU. They want to go to your server where they can be able to guarantee that they get the best training in how to deal and talk with groomers. You're a university. University of dumbasses, but you're a university.
Are going to take that into account.
But again, you keep telling me that you have this formal training, that you understand the pedophile mindset. How would you understand the pedophile mindset? How do you understand it? How do you understand it?
You understand literally anything.
No, but you said it had to be real world. No, you said it had to be real world experience.
I didn't say it had to be.
You said that it had to be real world experience when I asked you about education, right? First hand experience. How do you understand the pedophile experience from the first hand account? How do you do that?
Oh, well, I will be completely open about this. That I have gone in my investigative journalist research on.
Okay, investigative journalist research.
Sites like Mugon, where.
Mugon.
That is a dedicated forum for people of that, whether it may be paraphilia or sexuality, where they're allowed to freely discuss those things. And that individual.
I read a message board where people talk about their kinks.
They have a slightly different philosophy. I wanted to do.
Okay, they have a different philosophy. Wait for a chat. Wait for a chat.
Things in my own way, which is why I made my own place instead of sticking on their place. So yeah.
I made my server into a kink discussion board. You can't say it's not genius. Do not question the masterpiece in front of you. Witness the master at work. The masturbator at work. It's real and it's free.
I did talk to people.
So you've talked with people. So of the people that you've talked with,
research.
okay. So of the people that you talked with, what if those people committed a crime? What if the crime that they've committed was violent? Right? How would you know that for sure, though? How do you know that for sure? What is your vetting research for that? How do you know that for sure?
How can I make sure that I'm not talking to a criminal? Like, okay, like, what if I want to understand people with impulsive mindsets? So I go to jail to talk to prisoners. But
what I'm asking you is this: what is the point of them being in jail? Tell me, what is the point of a pedophile being in jail? What did they do?
You're asking.
No, what did a pedophile do in jail?
So you're talking about
when they went to again.
But
for
I'm
the
not
fourth time
interviewing pedophiles who are in jail.
For the
I'm interviewing
yes.
pedophiles on a forum.
Yes, you're interviewing pedophiles. So what you're saying is that you've done pedophile research.
That's true.
And you've dived in. So let me ask you this: in your research, and speaking with pedophiles, have you ever come across CSAM material or CP?
Wrong. And no, that is not allowed on the forums.
It's not. But I'm asking. But you haven't just been talking with people. But you haven't just been talking with people in forums, right? You probably been talking with them privately. What I'm asking
you probably. I'm talking about most like the DMs of forums, where the politics of the forums.
But what I'm asking is, in your research,
yes,
when you were speaking with these individuals, so did you come across CSAM material? Did they talk about CSAM material?
Okay, did they talk about or did they mention viewing CSAM material? Did that happen? I think that happened like once, and I said that okay, please don't talk.
Okay, this one time on the internet, I decided to talk to a pedophile, and I tried to justify their worldview, and let's say, literally, they hit the gritty as they were diddling little Timmy, and little Timmy said, ow, my butthole hurts, and I said, shut up, Timmy, I'm doing real research, and then, when I went onto your channel, and I talked about it on your channel, I didn't have enough context, so I went and got context, so I made sure to ask a couple of other kids how they felt when they too also got touched by these people literally hitting the gritty in their butthole.
About this specific topic because I don't want to know about your specific sexual proclivities. I just want to talk about your sexual.
So if the topic, okay, so first off, that's a crime if they've had it and seen it and known it. We both can agree with that, right?
Yeah,
but what you're saying is that you're uncomfortable by the topic that pedophiles have seen CSAM material.
I'm saying that I'm not going to censor your research just because some
censor your research. Okay, what accreditation form and university are you doing your research with?
Wow, you're a okay. So I'm saying that I don't have formal training.
Yes,
by building my knowledge,
that's what
I can reach out to people who do have formal training, and those people who do have formal training, I can complement their skills. We have nothing to gain by shutting yourself.
You're complimenting their skills by what? Coming to them and saying, "I talk with pedophiles in a forum."
First-hand experience of someone's.
You have first-hand experience of talking to people in forums. Do you know how insane that sounds? If you went to a professional psychologist who deals with paraphilias, and you say, "Hi, my name is Dansburst Studios. I'm here, and I would like to talk to you about all the research I've done with paraphilias. I've interviewed these people. Now, when they talk about CP, I don't really like that. That conversation makes me feel uncomfortable. But all the other stuff about their paraphilia and wanting to have sex with children is totally fine for me. Is that what I'm getting at? Is that what I'm hearing? That's what you're doing?
For me, as in, like, I'm not like censoring myself. Like, okay, I did a detached analysis, and I have like facts and observations to report about these people.
Yes.
And so I don't believe why that wouldn't help someone with formal training. Like, why? Why is there any less?
Why would you? But again, my question to you is, why do you feel that you're helping people with formal training? Do you think that your Discord is helping people with formal training?
I'm gonna send out an application today.
You're gonna send out an application to who?
I'm gonna
send out your application to learn how to make Discord kittens and groomers today
on my YouTube community channel.
Just dial 1-800-DUMBASS. That is 1-555-3774-59, extension 567 and 8565 for the internet, and become credited and certified in allowing crimes to happen in your vicinity today.
I'm recruiting these people.
You're recruiting people through your YouTube community.
Yes.
You're recruiting. Yes. So you're recruiting pedophiles to teach you about pedophiles.
No, I'm talking about people with formal training in psychology, which is a necessary complementary skill. And so I'm going to use my outreach. Look, I have so many fans, by the way.
You have so many fans.
I do, and I'm sure at least one of them would have the degrees or whatever to be able to like fact check everything, or like if I have a misconception.
I literally have at least 10 doctors that watch me that are a part of my 100+ person server. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said it out loud, and I don't think that's gonna be enough, bro. I don't think that's enough.
They can debunk it.
So you're gonna reach out to your fans.
Yes. I'm gonna do it today.
You're gonna do it today. So you're gonna send an application. You're gonna send out an all points bulletin. Please teach me how to deal with pedophiles.
Because I actually care about fulfilling my mission. I'm willing to put the work in to do what it takes.
I'm gonna do what it takes to make sure as many children get groomed as possible. As many children. As many children. Just you wait, bro. Just you wait. I just can't wait to help him rape.
So what you're saying is that you're going to put the work in. What is your end goal? Are you trying to rehabilitate these individuals? Because that's what it sounds like. That you want to rehabilitate these individuals.
How is it used in this context?
So if you're trying to rehabilitate them and understand them, they would not be acting on their paraphilia. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, how can you help people that make you feel so uncomfortable?
I was talking about someone who was referencing specific sexual poses that the children were in.
Yeah, but you said that you're going to allow that though.
I said that I was going to allow.
Yeah, you said that you would allow lewd images as long as it's.
This person was describing.
No, but I'm saying you. I'm saying you. You would allow lewd images.
I'm saying like lewd images, not like hardcore.
Yes, but you would allow lewd images. What you're saying is that this individual was also talking about looking at images of children. Would that?
Let me try to clarify. Ask a clarifying question. Are you saying that my standards of what I get disgusted by personally are relative? But I'm trying to understand that I'm doing the most I can to support a group that I am not a part of, and so.
The most that you can do is make your server into a grooming environment and a hunting ground. The most you can do is give them a hunting ground. I'm doing everything I can. Why are you pressing me so hard? If I heard it in any other context, I would say, no, you're lying to me. There's no way that this is a serious thing that this person said out of their mouths. No, this is a serious thing this person said out of their mouths. And they are defending it. They are trying their damnedest to defend it. It hurts. It hurts on the inside. This hand is dead. It hurts on the inside.
So
I'll be very honest. I have very hard feelings to believe that you're not a part of it.
Okay, well, you could put in your ad hominem insult.
My ad hominem insult. Okay, you stated. Okay, so you stated to me in DMs. You stated to me in DMs you would not be opposed to dating a minor. True or false?
Rare in
True or false? True or false? I have the DM. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up.
Okay, sure.
I'll pull it up.
True.
Oh. When I say I'm going to pull it up, you try to have an entire conversation about it, but when you say that, and I have it, now you want to say that it's true.
I've always wanted to say that it's true.
But why would you say that you? Okay, let's talk about that. Why would you always want to say that it's true?
Because
why would you always want to say that you feel comfortable dating a minor?
That I would never want. I'm not saying announcing it to the world. I'm saying.
Not saying that I'm announcing it to the world, but bro, you just said that you wanted to date a minor, and you didn't even see. This is why when we talked about that one day, why I made sure to explain the context of, hey, you need to have limitations. Bro, you didn't even put limitations. You just said, no, I have no problem approaching a child. I love approaching kids. I love approaching kids. Under the jail. Under the jail. Novice level shit. Under the jail. Under the jail. Into the jail. Under it you go. Under the jail. Under the jail. Under the jail. Under the jail.
Going over what we talked about in our DMs when you asked me.
Yes, I did.
So
but I'm going to ask you the question for a third time. Why would you feel comfortable dating a minor?
Because I don't believe that they're subhumans. Most of them have different interests and different maturity levels to me as individuals. But I'm not going to make a judgment about a whole group just based off of the average or even the 99% of that group. I'm not a judgmental person in that way. I judge based off of the individual and not based off of in-group status.
So just to go over I asked if your partners, for instance, have been 18 plus.
They have been.
And then you did say that you're not a minor attracted person yourself. Out of the ones that you've met, most of them did not have the mental focus to have pleasing platonic relationships with, and with making romantic ones. I have a question, but you're not completely against the idea. But it seems very improbable for a partner who's a good fit for you that would also be a minor. But what you're saying is that you would not throw out the idea of it happening, but you considered the idea coming into your mind and being a possibility. Is that correct?
It's yes, and in the same way that I am not gay, but if a hypothetical 1 in a million male came and met all my preferences, then I would not.
But why are you equating it to being gay? Let's talk about this right now. Pedophilia is not the same thing as being gay. We can agree with that.
You believe that pedophilia cannot be a sexuality. You believe that it cannot be.
No, it's no. Oh, if you want me to be very real, pedophilia is not a sexuality. It is quite.
I believe it can be.
That's okay. Then
there exist individuals for which it is a sexuality.
Okay, that's.
I know. I talked to these people firsthand, and you didn't talk to a single one of them.
Why would I want to talk to pedophiles? Can I ask you a question? Why would I want to talk to pedophiles?
Why do you have these?
Why would no. Come here. Come on.
I
You can do it. I believe in you. You're not as spurgy as you think you are. Why do you think I would want to talk to pedophiles? Why would I want to talk to a pedophile? I'm asking you that question.
Okay, you probably would not want to do that because
why wouldn't I want to do that? What made you feel uncomfortable about talking to a pedophile? What was one of the things that made you uncomfortable about talking to a pedophile?
Well, I would be a little uncomfortable if someone was like very gay, and I would be.
No. Whoa. We're not talking about gay. I need you to come back to that. What made you, Dan?
Yes.
What made you feel uncomfortable about talking to a pedophile? What was the thing that made you feel uncomfortable?
So first of all, I'm not talking about.
No.
This man is not fresh in the cream. He is nowhere near fresh in the cream. His cream is rotten. It's sour. Thank you for the money. Well, Carl, I gotta finish here. Here's something for your pain so that we can all enjoy / suffer / endure the content. Have a good rest of the stream and we'll catch y'all later. Everybody make sure to wave bye, Bolster. Bye, Bolster. Also, hi, Nix. You came in just at the great time. A man's being grilled. It was live, but it's not live. But we're looking at the recording of being live. A man was grilled live after admitting that he wants to try and make a server that is a grooming and hunting ground for adults to try and prey on children. Real shit. Real shit. Real shit. Don't worry, Horror. He'll catch it on the repeat. He'll catch it on the VOD. He's gonna catch it on the VOD. Don't worry. He will be in the upright call position.
Oh no. I'm asking you, what did the pedophile make you feel uncomfortable about?
So that person was describing hardcore pornography of a variety that I did not share his interest in. His description of hardcore pornography made me uncomfortable. And I let him know of that kindly, and we were able to have a more productive discussion after that.
I see. So you were able to have a discussion about paraphilias in
his psychological mental state.
I see. I get that. I see.
I'm glad you do.
But my question to you is this. What if, for instance, a minor in your Discord talks about running away with you?
A minor in my Discord server talks about running away with me? Well, that's not something I would do in real life, but...
So if I were to say, have evidence of that, if I were to have evidence of your minor mod talking about running away to you...
No, and that's banter.
It's just banter when you do it. Weird. So it's just banter when your mod, again, the minor, says, I'm running away. An unconfirmed minor. Oh, I see. Now it's an unconfirmed minor.
And it's always been.
I see. It's an unconfirmed minor. Guys, unconfirmed.
And it was always an unconfirmed minor.
Minor. Let me recontextualize that. I'm running away to Dan's man's. In 20 days, my parents don't know. Whoa, what's happening? Why would an adult need a parent's permission?
So, just to confirm, is this posted in the server?
This is posted in your server.
Okay, so... This is
posted in your server, bud. Again?
Okay, so obviously there's nothing I can say here besides just saying he said, she said.
There's nothing I can say, but he said, she said. Sir, you can't confirm that I tried to touch that minor. I at no point in time ever knew or did not know I did not have sexual relations with that kid.
He said, she said. This is in your server.
There's no physical evidence. This is banter.
So it's banter. So it's banter when you do it, but it's not when other people do it. It's literally, it's quite literally on the screen. I need you to think again. I need you to think of a better thing than this.
No. I don't have it. I can't even get my mom. I can't even get my mom to talk to you.
You gotta get your mom on the. You gotta get your mom.
You gotta get your mom on the line, bro. Really? You can get your mom on the line? She gotta win your internet battles for you? You said stupid shit on the internet, and now you need your mommy to bail you out? Aww. Heartfelt. Aww.
Mom on the phone? Why are you gonna get your mom on the phone? Can you not answer for yourself? You're gonna get your mom?
Mom.
You're gonna get your mom on the line?
There are no minors. Please just tell me.
You're gonna get your mom on the line?
Yes.
Please don't get your mom on the line, dude. I'm being real, man. Listen, get your...
Mom,
What's going on?
Mom, I just need to...
This has to be an Asian. From the tone of her voice, that wasn't white enough to be a white woman. That wasn't Latina enough to be a Latina. And that seemed a little bit too surprised to be any type of ethnicity even close to this complexion. Little Timmy, little Tim, little Timothy is an Asian brony on the internet, spurting about how he tops women. But he can't manage a relationship because he can't stop putting too much shit about himself on the internet, including getting his mother. Whether it be that he lives in the house with her or he is living in her house. You ran to your mother to try and win an internet argument because you got embarrassed live on air. It's not supposed to be free. We're supposed to earn shit like this, bro. It's not supposed to be free. It's not supposed to be free. That's so sad. So sad.
Oh, please.
Everyone's asking, you said there are no minors on the line.
I do not have minors in my room, Mom. Mom, there are no minors in my server. I can't believe this man said that I have minors in my server. He said I had minors in my server, and that made me feel bad. He did a crime. He did a crime, Mommy. Heartfelt. Heartfelt, bro.
Do not have anyone coming over for a playdate. No.
Timothy, stop.
Just please confirm, yes or no.
It sounds like she's been here before. It sounds like little Tim's mama's been in this situation before. Little Tim, you been doing crazy ass shit on the internet? Where's your daddy? Where's your father? Can your father join the chat? Where's your daddy, boy? Where's your daddy? No, not for free. Not for free. No. Oh. Not for free, bro. Not for free.
No.
You have nobody coming for a play date. Why would you have minors coming? Why is your mom having to confirm this?
No. Okay, so just that's.
But does your mom? Hey, ask your mom if she knows about the pedophiles in your Discord. Ask her.
No,
Ask her. Does she know about the pedophiles in your Discord?
I can't ask her about the past.
Why can't you ask her about the pedophiles in your Discord?
Why can't you ask your mom about the pedophiles in your Discord, bro? Bro, wait a minute, Mr. Groomman. Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Groomman. Mr. Groomman, why can't you talk? Hey, Mr. Groomman, why are you mad? Hey, Mr. Groomman, ask your mom. Do you know that she's spinning the Johnnies? You know. Does your mama know? Does your mama know? Do she know about the pedophiles? Does your mama know when you go on the internet? Ironically enough, I can't be able to fucking sing and type at the same time. This is why I'm a vocalist, not a pianist. $139.46. We've arrived, chat. We arrived. And I finished.
Discord, come on, buddy. You can.
Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Horror is yelling at me saying I'm booballing you, chat. Let's go. No hands, no protection.
I do not have anyone coming over for a playdate.
No handles!
Stop.
Just please confirm, yes or no.
No.
There's
You have
no
nobody
one
coming for a play date. Why would you have minors? Why does your mom having to confirm this?
Okay, so just that was.
But does your mom? Hey, ask your mom if she knows about the pedophiles in your Discord. Ask her.
No, because
Ask her. Does she know about the pedophiles in your Discord?
No, because I can't ask her about the fact.
Why can't you ask her about the pedophiles in your Discord? Come on, buddy. You can do it. Why can't you ask about the pedophiles in your Discord? Let's go. I want to hear her answer.
I don't know about the fact that her any more.
Come on, come on.
I did when it was necessary. I debunked you. I debunked you.
You debunked me. Come on, why? Come on. Let me hear mom. Let me hear mom ask why there's no pedophiles in your Discord. Come on. Why are the pedophiles there? Let's go. Chris Hansen time. Let's go.
I don't even know what you want. I gave you the fact and the proof. I gave the proof, and you're still saying it's done up just to bring out a completely different accusation, and that's me.
I think your mom wants you to stop yelling.
Great, I just need a minute to calm down myself. I was not expecting this, but just please, can I have 1 minute?
Well, no. We're not getting minutes. We're not getting minutes. I need you to ask your mom why there are pedophiles in your Discord. Why does your mom know that you are researching pedophilia?
Look, I have many ideological disagreements with my mom.
And one of them would be pedophilia?
Yes. One of them would be that subject. Yes.
Oh, say it out loud. Say it out loud. Say it out loud so your mother can hear it. Say it out loud so mom can hear.
Why are you bullying me over this?
I'm not bullying you. I'm trying to help you. Because this is
help me. Okay, this is the sad and pathetic framing that the Kiwi Farmers use. Just take the moral high ground. Just take the moral high ground.
So let me ask you a question. Here's part of the banter. Here's part of the banter. You just said you asked your mom if it was not a play date, but here you say it's a little play date is all, not much, and then you refer to it as running away. Pretty dramatic phrasing, don't you think?
No, my
Which
mom
you should really be more reserved with the kitten.
Nobody is coming to the house.
But you're calling people kitten in your server. You're calling an unconfirmed minor kitten.
That's banter, and I proved to you that
you proved me what?
Is happening.
You proved me what, bud? Come on, bud. Your mom confirmed. Your mom can confirm that you're not a murderer.
I'm just gonna say, okay, there are no little girls coming over to my house because I'm a bit of a loser. Okay, is that enough for you?
Okay.
You get off the topic already. God.
Okay. So there's no little girl. Do you want little girls to come to your home?
No. And I never said it did.
Because it sounds like you want minors to come to your home.
No, and that's not true.
Okay, but then why does that make you so upset that people are not coming to your home because you quote are a loser?
I did say that.
You said I'm a loser. You said there are no little girls coming over to my home because I am quote a loser.
You're taking it out of context. You're taking it out of context because
taking it out of context.
Well, let me explain rationally.
Why would you say playdate? Why do you use the word playdate?
I was saying, like, I was having banter about a platonic interaction.
You're having a platonic, but you said a minor.
That's not a platonic interaction that's actually happening. It's not happening.
But
my mom confirmed it.
It's your mom confirmed it, but your mom doesn't know that you have pedophiles in your Discord server. How could she know that? How can she know that that's not happening? You're having you mentioned it. You're having a platonic interaction with a pedophile. Sorry, you're having a platonic interaction with an unconfirmed minor, but it's not there. Nothing physical happened. Have you shared pictures with this person?
No, and wrong. And you can ask this individual yourself. If I shared a picture with them, or I can even share my gifts with this person tomorrow.
I see.
But I did not.
Listen, you and I are not going to be talking. You and I are not going to be talking past tomorrow. I want nothing to do with you. I think you need to leave the internet. I think you need to get the heck out of here. I think that somebody, if myself, will be making sure that this is going to be reported, because this is not only is this disgusting, this is abhorrent.
What crime did I break? Please answer me.
Listen.
What crime did I break?
There's enough in your Discord to show that something is going on. There is enough in your Discord to show that's going on. My friend, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. You have a very, very good life. Please get off the internet. Do something better for yourself. What crime did you break? Well, you broke the stupidity crime. That'll be one of them. But my friend, I want to thank you so much for coming out.
You know what? At least you have me on. At least that's something. At least you weren't too much of a coward to bait me like a Kiwi Farms.
Yes.
It was worth it.
At least you came on and debate. No, we're going full JQ. Three arrows debated me, unlike the Kiwi Farmers. Heartfelt. Do I need to keep watching past this point?
Yes.
Aw.
Just a little longer.
Oh, buddy, you're gonna keep pissing them off, aren't you? You're gonna keep saying their name. So okay, you know what? Here is your 1 minute. Here's your 1 minute. Tell all the farmers what you, Dansburst Studios, want them to know.
I, Dansburst, want you to know, any Kiwi Farmers, that if your opinion comes to this interview out of context because you're ADHD, that none of you can even bother to skim or read a transcript, which, by the way, I would very much appreciate if you posted a transcript of this so that people can do a Control-F search so that they don't get a false concept of my interview. I want all of you Kiwi Farmers to prove that you watched this entire interview by repeating the secret keyword, peanut. And if none of you say peanut in your comments, as in like the legume, I know that none of you were actually paying attention to this interview. And so that's my calling card to the Kiwi Farmers. If they're too ADHD and low mental focus to actually pay attention to a philosophical interview, then I think they don't have any place making fun of me at all. And I want the world to know that too.
So you, Dansburst Studios are putting a call out to Kiwi Farms. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's my call out. Yeah.
That's your call out. You say that they are not man enough to come find you. You heard it first, chat.
They're not. Yeah, none of them debated me. Only one Kiwi debated me, and I debunked him. And that's going to be on live video with my friend Foster. It's going to be recording and uploading it.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you want to let the Kiwi Farmers know? I guess because this is what you said. This is why you wanted to come out here.
Yes, it's true. My final statement is that my Discord debate is still on for today as the last day. You can come into my server and debate me, Timothy, whatever the fuck. Yeah, basically, if your brain muscles can handle it, because you guys only care about working at the body.
All right, Tim, I'm going to let you go. You have a beautiful day. Goodbye, bud.
That's all I need to say here.
Goodbye. Oh, boy, chat. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Did he...
Zoom.
Beautiful.
Okay. So we started chat from you don't want to debate, you're a coward, when you're in a hall against me, you'll see your own strat used against you, to none of you can write a transcript, prove that you watched me cry loudly out of my mommy by saying peanut in the transcript, or you're a low IQ. We've got admittance of attempting to learn a non-aggressance principle by creating a server that now functions as a hunting ground for pedophiles. Meltdown live at 1:39:46 when he's not forced, actually. That's me giving him more agency, or less agency than he actually had. Went to his mother to win an argument for him in a conversation because he couldn't admit to the fact that he was engaged in flirtatious, no, I don't need air quotes for that, flirtatious behavior with a minor and saying it's only online. I can't talk to them IRL because I'm a loser. Nothing physical happened. From 1:44:42 to 1:44:00. And then coping after felting, at least you came on and debated me, unlike the farmers. These people share society with us.
That was beautiful, though, wasn't it? I need to go get my mom. Mom. Back me up, man. Question is, where the fuck is your father? Because this is certainly fatherless behavior.
You are indeed an Asian child. Where's your daddy? And why is he not beating you with the belt?
Oh my god, just... Oh! Oh! My face when I saw this live. Oh my god. I was being like, Carl! Carl! You gotta see this!
Lord have mercy.
I
would not.
The best.
I would not have been able to handle this shit live. I would have been begging for a chance to get at this fucking kid. Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't have let it happen. He's very.
Oh fuck.
Decent with the people that he has on. He doesn't play that whole dog pile game.
Okay.
There you go, chat. That's what we've been building up for. That's what we've been edging for the last few hours for. And now you can come.
Don't come all at once. Okay. Window player. This window player. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna finish up my work day, and I gotta go to the gym. So okay. I'll be watching. I'll be lurking.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, chat. Let's go over the fucking thing now, because we're at fucking 5 o'clock already. Didn't even get to do all the shit I had planned, but that's okay. We can save it for the Wednesday. Let's go over the Twitter thread that Foggy put together. I want to express how insane the statements of Dansman1729 actually are. With a little inquiry, he showed some of the most insane leaps of logic I've ever encountered, and I work with patients who would be committed for their safety. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And we're gonna screw it, cause you know they gonna boo it. Here, boom, bop, bada boom, pow, to the article read. Should be article read. Ah, this is long. These are long. It's so big! Get a boom. 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 Oh, that was a save. I do not want these pictures saved on my computer. Boom. Boom. Let's get a sample. Let's get a sample of the first ones, chat. Hello. Good evening. Thank you for friending me. Your most recent Kiwi Farms video seems to be gaining eyes with the community regarding the logging of your history on the internet. We as a channel work hard to interview individuals from variety of spaces to ascertain the story of the internet, what transpired, and how they came to content and personhood. We will be streaming tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. EST. Will you be available for comment? I also saw that you may have debated some of these Kiwi farmers, as well as wondering if you had recorded these and wanted to discuss them as well. Yeah, that time works for me. Only one farmer showed up to debate in my server. In your server. Not in a third-party mutual ground, but in your server. My friend and fellow YouTuber Foster U has the recordings. He's the one formatting them into a video. Not a problem. So some preliminary questions I have prior to streaming. How did you first find out that this thread was made about you? Originally a thread and my friend Foster U, who came to the farms to emotionally vent about a bad experience he had with being rejected from an art collaboration he wanted to be on due to a rude and non-understanding director, Helena. Here's your first fucking mistake! And why would they do that? Why would they go to the forums to complain about some shit in which they do not care? And then make yourself a target? You're so wise. You're so wise. You're so smart. Your brain is so big. I see. So you were involved in the venting or defending your friend in some capacity. I came to the farms to defend my friend. Here's mistake number 2! I'm going to read up to 5 mistakes. Then I'm calling you a retard. He got his full name and picture doxed by the farmers because they found his Antifa... Mistake number 3! Doxed because they found his Antifa and furry drawings on his DeviantArt to make fun of. They like making fun of his patterns of speech. It's a common gripe those type have against neurodivergent people. Strike 4! Clearly cleaving to an identity! And using it as a defense mechanism. To what they say want to chronicle. So when you attempted to help your friend, that community directed their attention towards you. Yeah, pretty much. Do and are there specific points in which you believe they have mischaracterized your position? You may have to redefine them for a more general audience, but I do think having a way to summarize it would help. Oh, so one of the biggest things they call me a zoophile and pedophile when I'm not a zoo, like when I am not, I'm a zoo and maps right activist. Strike 5! Holy fucking shit! It'd be funnier if I moved the window out the way. Wrong window. Fortunately, chat, he will not be getting away with it. He will not be getting away with it. That crumb I just smacked off my cheek, that couldn't be him in jail. We heard that you're one of those libertarian furries. Let me show you my Kinsey-in-law.